Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. There is no lipstick. Sorry, people who voted for lipstick. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Put on lipstick. Next stream I will. I don't know. Feeling lazy today. So, today we're doing Sovereign Citizen Watch. We're going to look at all sorts of fun Sovereign Citizen videos, at least fun for us, not so much for the people in them. And we'll talk about them. It'll be a good time. Killjoy102 says, pre-stream cleanse. A while ago I said I was getting a new kitten. That one didn't work out, but this guy comes on Sunday, rescued from a trash compactor with his siblings. Oh. They remind me of Lupine, but like a baby Lupine. That's cute. So yeah, YouTube's having issues too, where like if I go to my Sovereign Citizen folder, for instance, and I click on Marcel Bisset, if you try and go directly to people's, and I don't know if this is just like a problem I'm having, but I was having it both on mobile and on desktop. If you try and go to someone's actual channel page, it just doesn't load. If you like refresh 5 times or so, or maybe I'll get lucky and get it after a couple. There we go. Just, you know, just a heads up. YouTube's having maybe some issues today. 78,000 goes to Vulpus, Redtail, and 6 others. Wow. They really won the lottery on that one. If only you could do something with those channel points. Abby, my dudes, thank you for subscribing with a 6-month streak. Appreciate it. Designated Downer, thank you for subscribing with a 2-month streak earlier in the stream. Appreciate it. YouTube being garbage? No, I know. They're always so great. Isn't it shocking when it doesn't work out? Got that song stuck in my head.
Well, today, InfoWars Live.
What song was it? It's a remixed version of a song from WandaVision.
Team Bar. I just devoured your cousin. InfoWars Live.
It would be a spoiler to say more.
Team Bar. They taste like candy bars. This is what I want. This is what I need. But my God, there's no fillers. But my God, it's solid. Protein bar. Highest quality. 12 bars. Highest quality. Now you can bite into it easily. But you're going to be like, what in the world's going on here? Well, today, InfoWars Live protein bar. I just devoured your cousin. InfoWars Live protein bar.
WandaVision good? I love WandaVision. I think it's one of the better things Marvel's done in the past 4 years or so. I don't know. Not as impressive considering they haven't had anything come out in the last year and a half. But I really like it. It's a slow burn, but it's good. Most of the episodes are out now on Disney Plus, so if you wanted to sort of binge most of them, there's only, I think, 2 episodes left. One comes out tomorrow, and one comes out next week, and then it's done.
Delicious vanilla. Meet my tummy. I also like the chocolate peanut butter, but I mean, I'm not a big peanut butter guy. I don't hate peanut butter. It's just not my thing.
I don't understand people who aren't peanut butter people.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up, 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 Big Connect? Hey, 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 everybody. My name is Carlos Matos, and I am coming from New York City, New York. Let me tell you guys that I am so excited. I am so happy.
For anyone who's not familiar with BitConnect, BitConnect was a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme Bitcoin knockoff thing. It was a cryptocurrency, but also they were going to have like cryptocurrency conversion ATMs everywhere. It was a scam. It was a scam. And this was a presentation that they did prior to, of course, closing down because it was a scam.
I am really so thrilled to be right now sharing this amazing, glorious, super and exciting moment of my life with all of you guys. And let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No, no, no. Be connected. Wow! Be connected. We are coming, and we are coming.
Has Blair covered BitConnect before? If not, she needs to.
Waves.
Let me look. Hold on. Oh god, does YouTube just not want to straight upload it at this point? No, okay, it's just going very slowly. Maybe Blair hasn't done a video on BitConnect. She should. Cougar Jack, thank you for subscribing with Prime. 2 months with a 1-month streak. Imagine this guy doing audiobooks. The Distant Red, thanks for the 20 bits. 100.22% votes. Fake election. Clearly the winner is no lipstick. A Colston and 20 bits. Tesla stock price got me feeling a certain way today. What are they at? Is it bad that I know the Tesla ticker numbers off the top of my head? Still completely overvalued. Look at this shit. And they split the stock last year, too. I think they quartered it, and it's like at this price. It's... ugh.
We are starting, and we are going to actually go all over the world. We are belting the entire world. Let me tell you guys that I started 137 days ago with only $25,610. And right now I am reaching one.
Yeah, they'd be worth $3,500 without the split. It's ridiculous.
$140,000. Whoa, what's up? And let me tell you that I am actually earning around $1,400 on an everyday basis, 7 days a week. What? I am right now financially independently. I am saying to so many people who said that this was going to be a con artist game, that this was going to be a scammer game. Hey, you're going to lose all your money. My wife still doesn't believe in me. I'm telling him, well, honey, listen, this is real. No. That's a scam. And I said, but wait, I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to get my Bitcoins.
It was, in fact, a scam.
I'm going to actually put it into dollars. Here, they're right on the table. No, that's money that you took from another account. I'll say, what am I going to do? Then I said to myself, you know what? When I am starting to put $10,000 a day on her, right on her, on her table, then she's going to say, whoa! Yeah, okay, that's real. So guys, I want to tell you something. Faith and belief is the one thing that we all need to be able to change the world. And right now, I believe that in this room, we have the seed that's going to germinate and that's going to explode into an amazing opportunity for us to change this entire world. I am so proud, I am so honored, I am so excited to be here right now. And let me tell you something, that each and every one of you has the opportunity to become like those amazing people that we know here from Vietnam. Hey, my people from Vietnam, making so much money that they can probably have a real hard time counting it. So guys, let me tell you, I love Big Connect!
Yes! Thank you so much, Carlos.
Yeah, that didn't end well for those people. I think he's still, like, doing stuff, though. Like, he's not in jail or anything.
In front of you guys. As you guys know, for those of you that have followed me, I have been in, I was in BitConnect. That's where most of you that are in my channel know me from. And today I actually want to take some time.
This is a 20-minute deflection video where he tries to explain why he isn't at fault for perpetuating a scam. 1 Bitcoin is worth roughly $48,000. The price went down then. The other day it was at like 50 something. Guys, are you ready to be disappointed in me? I had $500 worth of Bitcoin when Bitcoin was worth about 1,000. And I sold it. But you know, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. How much would it be worth now? 500 when it was like 1,000 something. It's at 30,000 now or something like that. 30 or 40. So multiply 500 by 40 or whatever. I don't know, $20,000 or something. So not rich, but you know, I could have paid some bills with that. What are you gonna do? Okay, let's just start with some short Sovereign Citizen videos.
Yes, sir. If I can just please get a badge number and ID number and a name, please. I'm sorry, officer. I just have to do that for the record.
You keep saying that, sir. I've already told you this contact's being audio and videotaped.
Okay, and as the
And when you get stopped by a police officer, you're required by state law to produce those documents I asked for.
Okay.
Nowhere does it say that I have to give you time to play around with your electronic devices when we're out here on a limited access highway, which is very dangerous.
Okay, well, I can pull over and get off the freeway.
No, you need to produce the documentation so that we continue with this traffic stop instead of obstructing me.
I'm not obstructing justice.
You're absolutely obstructing me.
This cop needs to chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ.
Violation of state law now.
Okay, so this is for the record, sir.
You keep saying it's for the record. Are you under the influence? Because you're very redundant. You're constantly repeating yourself. That's odd.
I know. That's because you're not answering my question, and you're supposed to.
A record.
Yes, sir.
Is this like an imaginary thing to you?
No. This is for the
so
record.
The fact that I'm audio and videotaping you, I've explained that multiple times.
I know.
You seem to not understand it, but you still, at this moment, are refusing to produce those documents I asked for.
I am not. I'm just trying to proceed in a lawful, orderly manner.
Well, you're not doing that. You're actually doing quite the opposite, sir.
Okay, but I need a badge number and your name. For the
You need to
record.
produce those documents.
I will, but there's a process that my advice is.
Okay, sir, you need to step out of the vehicle, please.
For what?
Because you're refusing to identify yourself.
My name is
You're
Chris
not giving
Haywood.
me your driver's
My
license.
name
The sovereign citizen is wrong for believing sovereign citizen stuff, but this cop is an asshole and escalating the situation way beyond what it needs to be.
Registration proof of insurance.
Well, my name is
In
Chris
the state
Haywood,
of
sir.
Washington, that's considered obstructing a police officer. Refusal to give information.
I'm giving
it's a
you
crime.
information. My name is-
You've gone from committing a civil infraction of violating the speed law to a criminal offense now.
Sir, can I
That's
get-
horrible. I don't understand why you're doing it. Maybe you watch too much TV or I don't know. But do you have a driver's
What-
license?
Yes, sir, I do.
Can you produce it?
I can, yes.
Okay,
and I
then
will.
why don't you do
And
that
I
right
will.
now?
But I need a badge number and ID number, please. For the record. It's just for the record. We have
You
to...
keep saying that, sir. For the record, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
I have no idea
Your little
who you
video
are.
camera's going,
I have no idea who you are.
and you're refusing
He should be providing his name and badge number.
to give me that documentation.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
What's that?
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
I'm Trooper Wiley. I said that when I
Wiley.
first walked
Thank
up
you.
here.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Wiley. Okay, badge number, please.
405.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
There
it.
you
I'll
go.
do one better for you. This is my commission card.
Okay.
It has my name on it. It has my badge number.
That
It
sounds-
even has my middle initial.
Okay, thank
Now
you, sir.
I've done more than you have.
Sir, I don't see why you're so angry. I mean, I'm just
Okay,
doing
well,
it for the record.
when you wave back at me when you have that information for me, please.
Please, sir.
That cop was a prick. God, YouTube is just not working today. There we go.
So let's start with the Admiralty.
Oh no, this guy's a sovereign citizen who thinks that Admiralty law applies, I think, because you're mostly
So
water,
let's start with the-
so he thinks that everything is everything is maritime law because we're mostly water.
Admiralty law. Now, why does it have to do with Admiralty law? Well, this is how they trick you, because you don't think that when you're pregnant, you have a child, that you have anything to do with law of the sea. But technically, under their laws, you do, because you are made mostly of water. You are in a womb that is filled with water. So basically what's happening is, under Admiralty law, you are in a ship.
No, you're not. That's not how this works. At no point, never in the history of any legal code. I don't care if we're talking about the Code of Hammurabi or the Uniform Commercial Code of the United States. At no point has any legal code defined a womb as a fucking ship. What are you talking about? How do you, in 1,000 years of madness, I could take peyote every day for 1,000,000 years, and I wouldn't be able to reach the depths of madness that would cause a human being to classify a womb as a fucking boat.
And you are going to dry land. You're docking from a ship. And the reason why I could say this is, when they created the birth certificate, the way it happens is, when you're born, your parents sign a certificate of live birth, and it's signed and authorized by a doctor, goes off, and you get a birth certificate. Now, you think those things are the same. They're not.
Cutler by Emmy says, I'm gonna drive around in a hot tub on wheels and scream maritime law, bitches.
Not. First one says certificate of live birth. Second one is birth certificate. What they do is they make a dummy corporation in your name. And we're going to go through how they do all this stuff and how they get away with it.
Let me see if there is even a difference between those two things, because I honestly don't know. Certificate of live birth versus birth certificate. The certificate of live birth simply verifies that you are medically alive, whereas the birth certificate verifies who you are, who your parents are, where you were born, and your date of birth. Without your birth certificate, you cannot prove who you are. So a certificate of live birth is basically just to say, we witness, our kid was born or my kid was born on this such and such date, and then the birth certificate is actually all your identifying information and they're separate things. Makes sense. Here's an example of one. Very little information. It basically just has, here's the city, town, mother's maiden name, father's name, time of birth, sex of the baby, county of birth. Very little information, and I'm sure you all have seen your own birth certificates that have more information about your weight, your height at the time. Is this Barack Obama's birth certificate? Oh no, this is a certificate of live birth. Either way, you get it.
So the name on your birth certificate is not you, even though it looks like you.
It's you. It's your certificate of being alive. It's your birth certificate. Vulpus Redtail says, Hannah, the maritime sovereign citizen, has the same thought process as Heaven's Gate. They called their bodies vehicles for their alien souls. Honestly, I think the Heaven's Gate people probably put more thought into their mythology than that guy has his. Come on, YouTube, stop shitting the bed today, please. I'd really appreciate it. Freaking Out 99 says, even if it were true that maritime law applies to you because you're mostly water, maritime law doesn't apply to fresh water, only salt water. I have salt in me. I'm salty. I'm asking too much of YouTube? I guess so. YouTube, stop, please. YouTube seems to be working in Australia. Maybe change your VPN. I don't have a VPN. How about this one?
No, for?
I'm also with Pittsburgh Police. My name is South Spin Audio and Visual Recorded, alright?
What you put me on for? You're being recorded too.
Okay, this is South Spin Audio and Visual Recorded.
Yeah.
You didn't come to the complete stop sign back there.
Where?
On Ridgeway Street. The only one on Ridgeway.
Did I hurt someone?
What's that?
Did I hurt someone?
Did you hurt someone?
Yeah.
No, but it's a traffic violation, sir.
I didn't hurt anyone though.
Okay.
You guys supposed to respond to emergencies.
No, we're not. It's a traffic
As a public
violation.
servant, yeah.
Enforce the law, sir. Do you
What
have your
law?
license registration on you?
I'm not subjected to that law. I'm a Moorish American.
Do you have a license registration on you?
Okay, quiet.
Hold on.
Okay, quiet.
No, I'm not. Trust me, I know.
Speaking of which, I need to bring this up. Sunday, we are doing the monthly Patreon-only live stream for myself. If you're a patron of mine, specifically on Patreon for Hannah Reloaded, we're going to be doing a live stream specifically just for patrons Sunday. So prepare for that. You'll get a Patreon message when it's going to start. Cold Stare, thank you for subscribing with Prime with a 10-month streak.
There you go. I don't want to say nothing else. My attorney gave me that.
Okay. Ma'am, do you have any ID on you?
She had nothing to do with this one.
Okay. Just letting you guys know you're under an official investigation.
Alright. Can I have your name, sir? What's your name?
Can you put your window down, please?
Can I have your name, sir? Can I have your name? I don't know why you're acting suspicious. Why you're not giving up your name? I mean, as a public servant.
Alright. Sushi Mom asks, do you need to come and mod YouTube chat? I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. I only have like 40 patrons, and I'm sure they're not all gonna show up. I'm sure I can mod the chat myself. Thank you, though. Of course, you know, if you, I don't know. If you want, but I'm sure I can handle it.
Hello with me, sir. I don't know. Can I have your name? Can I have your name, sir?
Yeah, Scott.
What? Badge number? 4441. Jeez, did I kill anyone? I don't understand. I have somewhere to be, man. I'm tired of this, man. I keep getting pulled over, yo. Just got pulled over.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you have any ID on you?
Why are you asking me for identification? You haven't got me ID yet either.
Can you do me a favor?
I'm not stepping out the car. I'm going to remain silent, okay? You're being recorded.
You're being recorded also, alright?
Alright, but you're a public servant, correct? Are you a public servant? Are you upholding oath of the Constitution? I'll come in peace, just to let you know. I have no intentions to do anything, alright? Can I have your name, sir, as well? 4568. Did you take oath to the Constitution, sir? Yes or no? Because you gotta take oath to the Constitution. All right. I just hope that you uphold it today. That's all. Right now.
I think we've seen this one like quite a while ago. The cop gonna pull him over for flipping him off.
Something wrong with your finger?
That is absurd. That's an abuse of the cop's fucking power. I'm pretty sure they found in court, like, quite a while ago, like, you're allowed to flip off the cops. Yep.
No, it works just fine. Yeah. You like flipping off cops? I do. Okay, you don't do that, alright? It's the First Amendment.
Fuck off. Look, I don't like sovereign citizens, but you can't stop people from flipping you off. If they don't like you, they can do that. They're not hurting you.
Right, sir. Like you, right? First Amendment right, sir. Okay, pull over. Protected by the... Make sure you're okay. Pull over.
Wow, this cop's a piece of shit. Pyromancer says, I'd love to flip off cops, but I have no desire to deal with power-tripping cops. TYY says ACLB. ACAB. All cats are beautiful, I agree.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and produce that for you.
What a piece of shit, cop. Seriously?
Can I ask why I'm being pulled over? You had your finger up, so I thought you wanted me to help you out. That has been ruled by the Supreme Court as not a justifiable reason. I will take it to court. I'm not giving you a ticket. But you're detaining me illegally, sir. You were waving me down, so I stopped. You're detaining me illegally. It has been ruled by the Supreme Court, James versus Knuffy. You were waving me down, so I stopped you, okay? To make James versus Knuffy, sir. You're free to go. I just wanted to make sure. I'm free to go. You have a good day, sir.
The power move is to flip him off again to his fucking face.
Your number? Porter, 605. 605 Porter. I'll be seeing you in court, Mr. Porter. Okay.
I don't know. That wasn't sovereign citizen-y. He just knows he's allowed to flip the cops off, which he is. Sovereign citizen is worried that his legal advice is getting fellow SovCits in trouble. I mean, it probably is.
This is Trent Goodbody, Freedom from Government, coming to you from my ranch in northern Nevada. I just wanted to talk today. Hold on, I can't do this with these. Sorry. I don't like the way I sound when I talk with those.
I feel that. I used to have one of those to fill the gap right here. Long time ago.
Today I wanted to talk to you about safety. And I don't know, I got a comment on the last video I made that said that because people are doing what I'm saying, that people are getting in trouble. And I really don't want anybody out there to get in trouble. So if you feel like anything I talk about might get you in trouble, please don't do what I say. But for me, it's more like a morality thing or a values thing. You see, I don't worship false idols, and I can't approve of having a graven image. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to go out and contract to get a driver's license when I don't use the roads in a commercial.
A driver's license is not a graven image. A graven image would be like if you made a golden calf and started worshiping it. Like idolatry. Like you're not a graven image is like, I'm going to make a thing and worship it like a god. That's not what having a driver's license is.
You know, for a commercial activity. So, I prefer dangerous freedom to safe slavery. And I refuse to, get caught up in that extortion scam. So, yeah, I've been thinking about this, and the people who practice this right to travel stuff, it's like they're doing Fourth and Fifth Amendment audits. You've heard of First and Second Amendment audits? What about a Fourth and a Fifth Amendment audit? Fourth Amendment protects you from unlawful...
I prefer doing Third Amendment audits. Like whenever the Girl Scouts come to my house selling cookies, I'm like, are you trying? Excuse me? Are you trying to quarter troops in my home? And I put the camera right in their face. They'd be like, no, we're just trying to sell cookies. They'll be like, I'll take 2 boxes of Thin Mints. Now get the fuck off my porch.
Searches and seizures. But you know how they get us is by getting us to rat on ourselves, by telling on ourselves. What do they ask you to do? Produce documentation. First thing. So that means
Fourth Amendment is against illegal search and seizure. Third Amendment is quartering of troops.
Means you're not secure in your papers, persons, or effects if they can just come up to you demanding documentation. The only exception to that is if you have a driver's license. I bet somewhere on the application or somewhere you agree to surrender the license upon request. But, it's kind of like the same idea as it's a contract. It's the same idea as like someone being on probation. That's a contract also. If you're on probation and the cops come up to you and ask you on probation, you have to say yes. But if you're not on probation, that question is irrelevant, you know?
That doesn't make it a contract. I don't understand sovereign citizens' obsession with defining everything as a contract when it's not. I don't understand the point. Pyromancer says tagalongs are better than Thin Mints.
You don't have to...
Let me look at the different Girl Scout cookies. Hold on. I'd probably go do-si-dos over tagalongs, but I respect your decision. If you like Samoas, get out of my stream. Andrew Patello with 20 bits. Oh, a birth certificate is not recognizing you as a person. It's a graven image of corporations that supposedly represent you. Also, all these people who don't know the U.S. as a corporation are worshiping a false idol, but Trump's gonna go restore the original government. All praise the flag.
You don't even have to answer the question if you're not on probation. Same thing with the driver's licensing.
I don't trust anyone who likes coconut. I don't. I straight up don't. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. The entire coconut industry is being held up by Gilligan's Island's reruns and those cups that look like coconuts cut in half. Coconut is disgusting. And I don't believe anyone likes it.
Agreement or licensing contract. I'm sure. So here's how to be, because I want to keep this short, how to be as safe as you can when you do your 4th and 5th Amendment audits on the road without a plate or a license or insurance or whatever. When you get stopped, the cops, well, you can I roll my window down all the way. I don't care. It'll prevent it from getting broken. First thing, make sure you're rolling some kind of recording. Also, video is preferable. Live streaming is optimum.
Truther.
You want it to not be able to be tampered with, the record that you're creating. So when he comes up to the window, he's going to say, license, insurance, registration. Mike, the cop says he'll give you 2 chances. He'll request it first, and then he'll make a lawful order, a demand for the driver's license. But how can we produce something that we don't have, that we have not contracted to have?
Then you say, I don't have a driver's license, and they say, okay, well then you're under arrest for driving without a license. That's how it works.
So I'll tell them 15 words. You got to memorize these. Okay?
It's a good thing it wasn't 14 words.
And what you say is, are you planning on using that against me in court? Because I'm not into self-incrimination. Are you planning on using that against me in court? Because I'm not into self-incrimination. I think I did that right. Anyway, yeah, and that way you prevent the whole problem of you snitching on yourself. The
neo-Nazi thing is 14 words, right? Did I get that wrong? Yes? No?
And then, if he continues, and all you need to do is get him to threaten you.
Thought so.
Just get a threat out of him. Have him threaten you. Say, it could be, last time they threatened me, they said, how bad do you want to drive out of here? Or how bad do you want to leave here in your car? Or something like that. That's a threat. Now I'm under duress. Any testimony I provide is inadmissible.
No, that's not how that works.
You can tell them whatever. After you've been threatened, though. And yeah, it could be argued that you're under imminent duress and threat just because...
By that same logic, anytime anyone does anything illegal and then is questioned about it, then they're under duress and all of a sudden their testimony is inadmissible, which definitely isn't true. Let's say I get on a ski mask and I go and I hold up a bank like it's a cartoon from the 60s, and they hand me a couple of those money bags with the dollar sign on it, and I exit the bank just holding both of these, and a cop immediately stops me and goes, "Did you just rob a bank?" Now, technically, by his definition, I'm under duress, right? Because if I tell the truth here, I'm going to prison. That doesn't mean me saying, yes, I just robbed a bank, or no, I did not rob a bank, is testimony that can or cannot be used against me. They can absolutely use it. Pyromancer with 30 bits. Nazis ruined the number 88. Sucks to be born in that year. Oh yeah, you can never use that in any screen name or people assume you're a Nazi. Bummer.
They carry arsenal weapons around with them, and yeah, that could be argued, but it's better if you get them to actually threaten you. Why not? They're going to probably do it anyway. And then give them whatever they want. And let's see how many videos we can get of successful 4th and 5th Amendment audits, So, yeah, I just wanted to shoot you guys another video, but I want to keep it short because they take a while to upload from out here in the middle of nowhere. But I want to give you one last look at what I'm dealing with out here. This is my clubhouse. It's 6 feet in the air, and probably not going to do much work on it until next spring. But yeah, if you guys want to come out to visit or camp or whatever, just send me a message. Get a hold of me, and we can hook that up. And if you want to, support me in my endeavors to help people achieve freedom, people say, yeah, you're going to get people in trouble, but, did Rosa Parks look at it like she was going to get in trouble? No, she was doing it based on a principle and morality. So that's what it's, by all means, if you want to be, do the easy thing, the safe thing.
You're not Rosa Parks.
And not get in trouble. Everybody has their free will, and that's a gift that's given to us. But one last little thought I wanted to leave you with this. If I'm gonna
John Fetterman,
if I'm gonna get in trouble a little bit here on Earth, it's well worth it, because I don't want to spend an eternity of being in trouble. You know what I mean?
Go camp with him. I don't even like camping with people I like, much less with some loony.
I mean, for disobeying God. So it's a beautiful day out here, man. I love how the sun comes out. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. And, well, actually, I want to say one more thing. If a prosecutor wants to prosecute you against your beliefs, your morality, then he'll end up taking the wrath for that, in the next realm. So peace be with you, all my brothers and sisters. I love.
That's a shame. Come on. Please load. Every single time. It's all broken. It's all broken all the time now. Come on. Load it up. Load, please. Rublum, thank you for gifting a sub to Daddy Sume. Oh god, Jeremy DeWitt went on Dr. Phil finally. Oh god, it's a Moorish citizen ID. Aboriginal American National Tribal Religious Estate Identification Card Substantive International Indigenous Birthright. Free and full life. Ancestral estate. America, Maghreb El Asca. County or country, Morocco / North America. Maybe let's take a quick look at the Dr. Phil thing with Jeremy DeWitt.
That's not a firearm, Sergeant.
Freaking Out 99 says there are like 12 parts of Dr. Phil ripping Jeremy, a new one on the Dr. Phil YouTube channel. It's quite entertaining. Okay, so for those who don't know, Jeremy DeWitt isn't quite a sovereign citizen, but I like to cover him on this show because it involves a lot of traffic stop, first-person camera stuff. It involves discussions of illegal stuff, and it's interesting. Jeremy DeWitt is a police impersonator, allegedly. At least that's what he's been charged with. He's facing, at maximum, if he got the maximum sentence for everything he's charged with and it was non-consecutive, which I doubt it's gonna happen, but he'd be facing 70 or 80 years or something, but he's gonna get less than that. I'm sure he'll plead that down in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, he owns a business where he does funeral escorts, and his uniform for his job that he picked, because it's his business, is basically just a fake police uniform. His bikes and his cars look like police cars and police bikes. He's been pulling people over. A bunch of illegal stuff, so let's take a look at his Dr. Phil appearance, which is using some footage from his body cameras as well. This idiot from my hometown got sentenced finally, says Logarth. Crying Nazi Christopher Cantwell sentenced to 41 months for extortion. We can read that a little bit later.
Let's go. That's a less lethal, Sergeant, so legally for the per Florida statute, I'm allowed to carry that, Sergeant. 9-7.
He is a felon,
Go ahead and look
yes.
it up, Sergeant. The vehicle's not stolen.
He got charged with... He has been charged with impersonating a police officer in the past, and also... How do I put this? Some sort of lewd or lascivious behavior with a minor he got hit with. I don't know.
Sergeant, I have the registration for the vehicle, Sergeant. I have the registration.
Okay, we can't. If we can't watch it, we can't watch it. That's okay. Let's look at some other Jeremy DeWitt footage, though, that isn't owned by Dr. Phil. He has his own YouTube channel, too.
Get in the car and move up the wrong side of the road and get to me now. And then when that van gets, come on, wave that guy, come on. When that van.
He's not allowed to be using a siren like this. Is lane splitting legal in Florida? Well, I don't know what the different colors mean. It looks like lane splitting is illegal in Florida. So, he's not supposed to be doing that. Lane splitting, I assume, is self-explanatory, but if anyone doesn't know, when you're on a motorcycle, there are some states where it is legal to lane split, meaning, like, if you're on a bike, you can go in between the two lanes if you have room and it's safe under certain circumstances, but most states that's not legal because it's dangerous, but there are some states that are. But he's doing it here illegally and in a zone that's not a passing zone, so that's great. Teddy Sume says, tag-alongs are the best Girl Scout cookies, that is all. We had this discussion already. As long as there's not coconut. He lives in Florida, by the way. Is lane splitting only legal in California? That's right.
Do not let anything add on artillery. Everyone, last call. White DOT van. White DOT van on camera.
Feels like he's probably speeding for this, like, yeah, the speed limit's 25. He's got to be going at least 35. He works near you. Ooh, careful.
Okay, I need you to carefully use opposite direction traffic. Stay on your horn.
The worst part about this guy is people still hire him. I didn't even know he was still allowed to be working right now, honestly. Did he just drive by a bunch of cops? No, those are his employees. Those cars are his company cars. That's what I'm saying. They look exactly like police cars. This is why he's being charged for impersonating a cop. Because his company's cars look like police cars and they all dress like cops. Freaking Out 99 says, Dr. Phil is crap, but I liked seeing his uniform and his bike being dissected. Lane splitting is actually the charge that he got arrested for and how they got a hold of his body cam footage, according to Jeremy. Interesting. I'll have to watch that later after the stream. It's Sanford, Florida? Okay.
Just take my spot, but we're going right from here. But you can't park on these fucking railroad tracks. So make sure you pull over here a little bit.
Okay, So do you see this vehicle right here? You can't see my mouse, unfortunately. That's one of his vehicles that his company owns. It's called Metro State. Now, if you see that car, tell me you don't assume that's a fucking police car. Say that to my face, and I'll show you a liar. That looks like a police car. How is this legal? It's not. He's being charged for this. Freaking Out 99 says, the badge he wears looks almost exactly like an LAPD badge. It does. I've seen it. Doodleburb with 20 bits says, why are they blocking traffic? Did they say? It's for the funeral escort. They're not really supposed to do this without actual police being there. Bardlock Moses says, I live 5 minutes from that railroad crossing. Oh no. Have you ever seen them?
You just passed me, so go to the next light.
I guess you probably wouldn't know. If you saw them, you probably would have assumed they were cops.
As soon as you get that vehicle 97 with you. You stay.
How long did he do this for? Years?
Get up to me, please,
years. He's also involved in some tax investigations right now, too. Because he has employees, but doesn't classify them as employees. He classifies them as contractors to avoid paying and withholding employment taxes, which is a big no-no. The IRS does not like that, if you're aware of how any of that works. Bardlock Moses with 50 bits says, I probably have. There's a graveyard nearby. Okay.
We gotta tell him to slow the fuck down. Way down. He's already to you, Alan, and none of us are moving. Artillery, can you see that last vehicle? We're too far extended. Way fucking too far. Your light's green, artillery, get to me now.
Hey,
get to me now.
KF Logan,
move,
1875.
move.
Thank you for
Stay
raiding.
You got movers.
Welcome, Raiders. Right now we're taking a look at, well, this is Sovereign Citizen Watch. Sovereign citizens are people who think the law doesn't apply to them, basically. We watch interesting videos, and right now we're looking at police impersonator Jeremy DeWitt's body cam footage. Go check out KF Logan 1875's channel here on Twitch.
Stay on your horn. You gotta move on the left. Blue sedan pulling out right from a blind building. Park right where I'm sitting. Don't move until that van goes by. Motor one's moving.
He's not caused an accident yet, to my knowledge, no.
Get out of the way! Move your fucking car, dog. Dumb fuck. Dumbass. This is a police escort.
The fact that he just said this is a police escort, not a good look if he's trying to say that he's not impersonating the police.
Stop! You! Get over now! Get over now! Get over now!
He's not allowed to do that.
I'm out of gas! I'm out.
This is the run out of gas video. I'm out of gas! Oh, I guess you should have looked at your gas tank prior to this job that you're doing professionally. He's a LARPer. He likes to pretend that he's always in the most intense action scene at all times. It's ridiculous. He's a man-child.
I'm out of gas!
I'm out of gas! This siren usage, illegal, very illegal. not stopped him. They have now.
I need units now. I need somebody to take my spot. I need to fucking buy gas. I know. Stay on your horn. Stay on your horn. I know, brother. I know. I'm a fucking pain in the ass. I'm sorry.
Why is he pulling out his, like, gas card now? Wait till you get to the gas station.
Why is that? You're in a car. Alan, go past me. I need all units to go past me. I'll control this until I can go get gas.
This is interesting, too. Note this. So in Florida, it is in fact legal for them to have certain lights on their vehicles to denote that they are a funeral procession. Now, these lights can be purple or orange. He has purple and orange lights, which are legal for him to use during funeral processions. However, if you'll notice, while the lights internally are in fact orange and yellow, he has caps on the outside, so when the lights are not currently on, the lights themselves look red and blue. Like, do you see this one that's not flashing on the left and the front? It looks red and blue as opposed to the actual color underneath when they're turned on, which is orange and purple. So the orange and purple lights, legal. Putting the thing over them to make them look red and blue when they're not on, that's a no-no.
Alan, you gotta slow him down some more, brother. Just for a few minutes. Once we get past the sheriff's office, it gets a little better. Artillery, get to my light, please. Hurry up. Get to my light. What color's my light, Artil? Is it green? Okay. I know. Jess, just hold him. Just hold him back. Just hold him back. Just hold him back. Okay. Roger, I'm moving. I gotta find a gas station.
He just speeds everywhere all the time like he owns the fucking roads. Like he's not allowed to do this. Not only does he speed, but he's constantly on the horn or using a siren. New monster. Everyone loves a high-speed funeral procession.
Okay, I know. I don't know why the car doesn't have gas. I just broke down. I just ran out of gas. I need units now.
There's a gas station literally right there. Just pull in. You're fine. Freaking Out 99 says, I think cops stop him a lot after they find out what he's been doing. All this footage is from before they confiscated his body cam footage. Yeah.
Do it the way you know how. Make sure. I need a unit soon. I know. I'm gonna... Fuck, dude. I gotta go to this gas station. I need you guys to...
This little pop-up says, fun fact, Jeremy DeWitt was first arrested for and adjudicated guilty of impersonating a police officer in 1998, when he identified himself as a police officer in order to avoid paying just under $15 for a tank of gas. DeWitt's probation included a special condition that banned him from all mobile gas stations for 5 years. Vulpus Redtail says, I wonder if Jeremy is a power player in D&D. I don't think he'd play D&D. I think it involves too much math for him.
I just... lost my new credit card.
Oh, this is his fake badge that he has. It says Motor Officer Metro State. He had this made up himself. Like, he might as well go to the dollar store and buy a sheriff's badge. It would have the same legal weight.
Make him sit.
Yeah, he modeled it after, like, an LAPD badge, too. In the chat, someone mentioned it. Yeah, looks very, very similar. The coloring's a bit different, although this one's pretty close. But I think that's specifically a sergeant uniform, or sergeant. Chrisia says, much like the Capitol rioters, this guy ISO. What's ISO mean?
I dropped my fucking credit card. You gotta fucking be kidding. Just do the best you can, Alan. Oh, fucking brain.
He's not actually... He's armed with not a gun. It's a pepper ball gun, which he bought that looks like a gun, but he's a felon. He's not allowed to own a real firearm. ISO.org. Independent, non-governmental, international organization with a membership. What is this? I guess I don't understand what this relates to the thing that was being discussed. Where the heck did that just go? There we go. Oh, nothing? Great.
Who?
Chrisia says I accidentally hit send. Meant to say, much like the Capitol rioters, this guy is filming himself committing crimes like the punks in Simpsons. There we go. That makes sense. Not allowed to do that.
Pull your fucking car over!
Freaking out says I wish they'd play Shitty Bad Boys cover in the background of this footage.
Pull over! Get out of the way! Move your Get your fucking car out of the way now!
I don't know what you...
I don't give a fuck what you don't understand! Pull forward now! Pull forward now!
Has he ever gotten away with writing a ticket? Not to my knowledge, no. It's weird watching Hannah watching a guy drive by your house. At Colston, 20 bits, Jeremy has some weird pathologies going on. He's trying to live out his dream as a cop, which he can't do because he committed crimes. He needs to be in a mental facility or something for a while because this is crazy. Yeah.
Stop there!
He cannot do any of this. He's not a cop. He can't pull people over. He can't tell them to stop.
Problem?
I didn't know what's the problem back there.
Sit there! Till, move here. Thank you.
This is all illegal, obviously. You can't be riding the median like this. Now he's just driving in the wrong lane. Speeding, of course. Pulling people over because they hear the siren and see the lights and assume he's a cop. They're pulling to the side of the road. What did he save all the body cam footage for? That I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know. He genuinely must just not have realized how he was doing illegal. I think he genuinely is a narcissist to the extent that he is incapable of understanding that all the things he's doing are illegal. I think he's really convinced himself in some way that he has the authority to be doing these things. So he doesn't realize, at least when he's doing it, that anything he's doing is wrong. Daddy Sume says masturbatory fantasies. Yeah. He also strikes me as the kind of person who probably cues this footage up, gets like a pint of vodka or whiskey or whatever, sits down and watches this footage on his TV in the middle of the night drunk. Who knows, though? Pyromancer says, I like to imagine his bike helmet is modeled after Judge Dredd's.
Use opposite if you can safely.
His wife honestly seemed like relatively oblivious to all of this. And this is another thing that happened. I think she's an immigrant from another country. And she's not the most familiar with, like, American law. And she believes her husband because she trusts him, of course. And, like, for his business, to shield his assets from legal forfeiture, he put all his company's vehicles in his wife's name. And the police come by in one video that I've seen to, like, question her about that. Because that's illegal. You can't do that if you don't know. That's an illegal transfer. And she seemed pissed. She was like, what? Like, it's like she didn't even know. that he had done that, or didn't understand that, you know, what was happening when he had her sign that paperwork or whatever. It's very frustrating. Logarth says, I think it's a pint of lube, not booze. And well, oh god. What's his company? It's called Metro State. It's in Florida.
I threw my shoulder out. Jesus Christ. I gotta move. Hey, just sit tight. Hold up, hold up. Oh. Put him in the left lane, Alan. Left lane. Yeah, we're in the right. They're in the left. The right lane ends once we get to the 417.
Yeah, he gets hired by people for these funeral processions, or he's also done security for certain events, which legally is another thing he's getting in trouble for, because in order to work security in Florida and many other states, you need to be registered with the state and have a specific license to provide security. Basically, I think you gotta, like, take classes and stuff that ensure, you know, the laws of the state are in regard to providing security, making sure you basically aren't someone like Jeremy DeWitt before they let you do security. And he didn't take any of those classes and didn't register, but he's been providing security work anyway, and he's getting in trouble for that. On top of that, some of the companies that he worked for as security were told by him, or it was inferred, that he was a veteran, which is one of the reasons they gave him the job. But he's not a veteran. He was never in the military. He's just a big old ball of compulsive lies.
Opposite direction is mostly clear. Let me get a unit.
What is a sovereign citizen? Good question. Jeremy isn't technically a sovereign citizen. I just like to cover him on this show because it's the closest to fitting of any of the shows that I do. But a sovereign citizen is typically someone who believes that the law doesn't apply to them for one reason or another. Usually it goes along with some belief that, like, oh, the government's secretly a corporation, and the government doesn't really exist, and I can claim sovereignty from the government, and if I don't consent to them ruling over me, then they don't. It's a bunch of pseudo-legal nonsense, and leads to people not having driver's licenses, and registrations, and insurance, and then they drive, and then they get pulled over by the cops, and they get into fights with the cops. It's a whole thing. Marcus Drake says, from his website, quote, we are a state provider of security solutions. I wonder if claiming to be a state agent is a separate crime. He is a state agent in the sense that he is a registered funeral procession person. He is allowed to do that, but he's not really allowed to do anything else. So he calls himself a state registered agent, but it's vague enough to not really mean anything.
Yeah, we're going left. So just stay on the wrong side of the road and get in the left turning. Oh.
Who the fuck is infrared?
Ooh, that was nice. Nice move. I almost got turned on there. Other one's moving.
Am I afraid of real leftist? Oh no. Your name is Junche Lord. Are you a fan of North Korea? Is this a tanky? That's cute. Oh no! You're a tanky. There's so many things you could do with your life that aren't this. Please. Please don't. What's a tanky? A tanky is an authoritarian leftist. They basically are like, OMG, North Korea and China are the best, and the Soviet Union had no problems, LOL. Oh, he's just a troll that does this in every leftist chat. That's even more pathetic. Please define tankies. I think I just did, just about.
Somebody get our kill on the phone now. Are you there, or brother, we're calling you. Yeah, what's up, man? Thank God. All right, thank you. All these guys are gonna kill for the skirts.
The video's almost over, and then we'll
I
switch
got
to
3 lights
something
in a
else.
row. I got 3 lights in a row up here.
I only hate sovereign citizens because they expose the contradictions of the bourgeois legal system. Yep, that's definitely it, and not because they're wrong. As we all know, I love the legal system and have absolutely no problems with authority structure.
Oh, Alan's hot.
I just wish trolls tried harder. It's like pathetic. I don't know. Just like get better material. It's like someone who gets up on stage and plays Freebird for the 5th fucking time today. It's like, yeah, we get it.
Somebody's calling me, but I can't answer.
The only difference between you and Hans Wormhat is that you subscribe to 17th century Anglo-Saxon empiricism rather than biblical ontology. It helps that I think zebras are real, though. I think that's also a pretty big difference. But, you know, splitting hairs, I guess. Holt ETR with 20 bits. Tanky Poe is fairly amusing. Can we keep it? I think so. Jeff Mallarts with 50 bits says, oh, F tankies. Tanks are cool, though.
Artillery, are you up?
The person says, exposing the contradictions. Hans is based AF. Based Hans.
Jess, is that you? Yeah.
Can we make him a VIP? I don't think that's a good idea. Don't ban them unless they, like, say slurs or anything, though, because this is fun. I'm having a good time. So that's Jeremy DeWitt doing Jeremy DeWitt stuff. It's overall pretty frustrating. Hi, Baha. How are you? We banned him on Jake's channel. Oh, I'm sure he'll get to a point where he gets banned. But until then, I'll play. I think that's funny. June. I never know how to pronounce Junshe. Junshe? Junshe Lord. Okay, don't worry about me saying slurs. Hannah Reloaded is the bigoted one because that time she said, oh God. Okay, Junshe. Whatever you say. That's already a discussion that I had during that stream. Yeah, it's someone memeing or some shit. More like liberalism reloaded. Ooh, got me. Sub baby name. This baby's name is going to be Rick Astley. Okay? The 4th.
Here we go.
How's it going?
You said your name is Sergeant Reynolds, right?
Yes, sir. How
So-
can I help you, Mr. Williams?
You know you're off to the worst start ever when they already know your name.
Sergeant Reynolds, so it is currently 12 noon, Alaska Christian time. We've been here since 11:23 Alaska
Oh God,
Christian
has this
time.
guy
So-
started
is
commenting
that
on
what-
these videos
We've
now?
gone. We just gotten to the point where you literally make up stuff as you go.
for a total of 37 minutes. I was given an order by officer. I had to judge
wait-
that arrest.
It's legitness.
Handcuffs, I put you in the back of the car.
I'm just.
Okay, so
PC Cummins, I'm based at Highcombe Police Station.
Yeah.
Numbers 2353, okay?
Yeah.
Under section 162 of the Road Traffic Act 1988,
Yeah.
I require you to show me a driver's license, certificate of insurance, please.
no, you don't need to see that.
I do, because I need to prove that you have a driver's license. And
Under what law? What's the reason?
Oh God, now I gotta look this up. Lysenkoism. Now I gotta look this shit up. Wait, it's like it's an offshoot of Lamarckian. Oh no. Lysenkoism, which is Russian, was a political campaign led by Trofim Lysenko against genetics and science-based agriculture in the mid-20th century, rejecting natural selection in favor of Lamarckism and exaggerated claims for the benefits of vernalization and grafting. In time, the term has come to be identified as any deliberate distortion of scientific facts or theories for purported that are deemed politically, religiously, or socially desirable. Oh no, hun. Oh, you're confused, but you got the spirit, don't you? That's actually really, really funny. That one is pretty good in terms of trolling, by the way. You're getting better.
Then you're stopping me?
Under Section 163 of the Road Traffic
Yeah.
Act 1988.
Yep. You have no jurisdiction.
I do.
You do not have any jurisdiction. I haven't broken any law,
Yeah,
so you do not have any right to stop me, okay?
And the certificate of insurance.
No, you do not need that.
164 and
Yep.
165 of the Road Traffic Act
Yep.
1988, please.
Yeah, that's a statute and an act and legislation. I do not stand under your authority.
You do.
No, I do not. I'm practicing.
Junshe Lord says to designated downer, "You don't own me, bourgeois dog." You tell him.
In common law.
Okay.
Okay, and I run and work under common law jurisdiction. Okay?
What does that mean?
You need to find that out.
No,
Okay? I stand under constitutional law. Okay, and I do not.
Road Traffic Act 1988.
Okay.
Certificate of insurance, the driver's
No,
license.
under what law?
Under Section 163.
Law. Under what law? That's not a law, that's an act. Under what law? Under what law?
Then you required to show me a certificate of insurance.
No, I'm
and
not.
a driver's license.
No, I'm not.
Okay?
Under what law? I'm going to keep asking you, under what law?
It's irrelevant, I've told you.
It's not irrelevant.
It is.
Excuse me, you're a public servant. You work for me.
Do I now?
You
Junshe Lord isn't a tanky, they're a Nazi pretending to be a tanky. They're basically the same thing anyway, so...
do. You work for me, and you're a public servant. You have no jurisdiction or authority over me.
As power of constable.
No, you don't.
Section 163.
Okay, I'm putting you on notice,
We are watching videos about sovereign citizens, yes we are.
officer. Are you constable?
Yes.
Okay, are you standing under your oath today?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore your job is to protect and serve me. Okay, correct? Are you standing under your oath?
Yes, but also...
Okay, no, wait. So,
Section 163 of the Road Traffic Act.
No.
Certificate of insurance and
No.
driver's license.
no, if you're standing under your oath, then you're to protect and serve. Have I committed a crime? Excuse me. Have I committed a crime?
No, but under
No, exactly. So therefore,
How am I a Nazi if I know all of Hannah's deep cuts about Hans and medical ethics? That's a non sequitur, and I don't understand how one would preclude the other.
so in what capacity? Excuse me. Under
I appreciate the entertainment, though. It's nice to mix things up. And have someone to entertain me from the chat. Ugh.
what capacity are you stopping me?
I told you.
Criminal or civil?
I've stopped
Excuse me, criminal or civil?
Criminal. Section
Criminal.
163 of the Road
You're
Traffic
stopping
Act.
me under a criminal offence?
Well, I don't know whether.
Oh,
you have
so it's an allegation, is it? Okay, it's an allegation, is it?
Well, I want you to prove to me.
No, you need to prove to me, because you're a business and a corporation. I do not stand under your authority. Okay? So I'm leaving, okay?
No, sir. Stop the vehicle now.
No, can you move out of my way?
Oh no! Junshe Lord says fascism is based on hyper-individualism and a rejection of materialism. Hoo boy, where do I even begin on that one? As we all know, Nazi Germany was very much about hyper-individualism and not about, you know, working for the state and the state being the ultimate authority. Von Tux with a link says, Trump supporters want to blow up the Capitol, says Police Chief.
We know that members of the militia groups that were present on January 6th have stated their desires that they want to blow up the Capitol and kill as many members as possible with a direct nexus to the State of the Union, which we know that date has not been identified. So based on that information, we think that it's prudent that Capitol Police maintain its enhanced and robust security posture until we address those vulnerabilities going forward.
Freaking Out 99 says, this guy heard, oh, you're a public servant, get me a glass of water, and thought it was a legit piece of advice on how to deal with cops rather than a joke by George Carlin. Oh, good God. Paleogenic ultranationalism and Echo's formulation of fascism are liberal oh no, are liberal obscurantism designed to taint socialism. Good fucking God. Winch Chanter with 20 bits says, in addition to losing my job this week, my phone broke. FML. I'm sorry to hear that. Daddy Sume says, I got bingo. Word salad is the winning spot. I usually look at the foremost work on fascism and go like, yeah, but nah, though, because I think it makes Stalin look bad. Quiet 185, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Appreciate it. Oh no! Junche Lord says liberals can't tell the difference between socialism and fascism. That's why Antifa is the shock troops of neoliberalism 2.0 and always cries about... Oh no. Apparently, Junche Lord doesn't care very much about concentration camps in China. That's a shame. I'm not shocked, but I am disappointed. Oh, boy.
Hey. Morning, Your Honor. Morning. And these are the cases of State versus Christopher Throgmorton. Have I pronounced that correctly, sir? Yes, sir. All right. Absolutely. Have case number 46D03-1807-CM1737, 64D03-1807-CM7.
Hey! What's happening, Chuckfist?
Oh no! Junche Lord, are you like a white supremacist too? Turning its tools of imperialism against the whites? What is wrong with you? Oh no! Fucking hell. Why do they come here? Why do they all come here?
Can you stay back, please? No. Cool. You're on my property, dude. Cool, it.
Oh, we saw part of this. We saw this the other day.
Way? Can you move out of my way? You're stopping me and in the line of duty. No. Get up. You need to remove... You need to move out of my way because you're not detaining me under any law. Under what law? Under what law?
Oh no! This guy's getting worse and worse. Junche Lord says, I just accept that the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, which as we all know is very democratic and for the people, and is definitely a republic, is based because of their support for, quote, racial purity. You know whose opinion is the only opinion I don't give a shit about? Ethno-nationalists. Get help. I don't know what in your life has caused you to be such a failure, that your greatest achievement is what you perceive your race to be. But chill the fuck out, okay? Go do something with your life to define yourself outside of your skin color, please.
Do you have your driver's license, please, sir?
I've just asked you, under what law do I need to provide that?
Committed a moving road traffic offence. Now, using your mobile phone.
No, I haven't. You're harassing me. You're harassing me. Okay, and if you continue, I will seek a private prosecution against yourself.
That's completely fine, sir.
And what's your colleague's number as well?
Holt says I rescind my request to keep the tanky.
You were harassing me in town as well earlier.
How was I doing that, sir?
Because you were hanging around and like speaking to people who I was speaking to, and speak to people who I was speaking to. So as I said to you before, are you standing under your oath?
Am I not allowed to talk to members of the public?
Okay, are you standing under your oath?
So you're going to provide me with your details?
No, I do not. I'm not required to do so. You need to get one of your inspectors.
Yeah, so don't move your vehicle, okay?
Under what law?
I'm stopping the vehicle under section 163 of the Road Traffic Act 1988.
Under what law?
Highlight section from the court recording. Okay.
I'm a sovereign citizen, dude. What's happening, guys? I'm a sovereign citizen from Israel. I know all about the gold fringe and how fraudulent it is.
They hit me with a really strong dose of OC spray.
I want to speak to you, dead soldiers, now! I know the laws, buddy, and I'm waiting for you to do something wrong so I can sue your department.
I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car.
So let's get right into it. Today's idiot is Chris Throgmorton. He's a frequent flyer on my channel. Let's see some of the highlights of his dumb.
Go get my paperwork. I don't know what part about this you guys don't understand. He doesn't have any authority, and I know it. This is a civil matter, ma'am.
She's answering
This is a civil matter that you don't have any involvement in my business, so.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Hey, Junche Lord, what's your favorite part about Soviet Russia? Was it the lack of say and governance, or was it the killing of dissidents? Just asking for a friend.
No, you don't. Let's not get.
You don't have any more legitimate business to conduct. You've gotten your answer from her.
You're not my attorney.
Why do you want to
mom.
harass people?
Where are you? The corporate sign off from me? Arrest me again. Falsely arrest me again. Do it then, big girl. Do it. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. That's assault. I want to press charges right now. No. I got a crime that I want to report. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. I'm backing up from a threat. Do not touch me, bitch. Get the fuck off of me. My hands are up. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Call for assistance.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Junche Lord says the liberation of millions from czarist rule into a productive economy, the most powerful in the world for decades. And how did that work out for everyone involved? Not well. Good God.
I'm not
resisting. Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting shit.
We just killed all of our political dissidents. But, you know, that 5-year plan worked out real well, so.
Stop resisting. Stop.
Nobody's resisting, man.
Well,
I'm calling for my fucking girlfriend. I'm terrified.
Terrified.
I haven't done anything.
Put your hands behind your back, Chris. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands. Your paperwork. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Put your hands behind your back if you're not resisting.
I got my arms. I don't know.
where anything's at right now. I'm sorry. I'm not resisting. I just want to be able to breathe.
You can breathe. He's not restricting your area.
They were counter-revolutionary and trying to undo the progress made in the revolution. Imagine if a bunch of Americans decided they wanted to go back under British rule. If a majority of people wanted that, then they should have that because of self-governance. And I certainly don't think people with opposing opinions should be put in gulags or murdered just because they disagree with the current status quo politically. Bad idea. Does she count as an ethno-nationalist, says Daddy Sume? I don't know who this person is. Who's this? Do they believe that a country should be one ethnic group? Then yes, they're an ethno-nationalist. I don't know anything about them, though.
I'm sorry. I just have a court order for paperwork, man.
We understand that. Did he have a trespass from here?
No, I don't. It's invalid. That's what that paperwork I'm asking for proves.
Thank you. No, but
I
gave him several.
Can I gather my property and show you guys what I have?
Go get it. No,
So-
you're not going to get that stuff today, Christopher. That's what we've been trying to tell you. Go ahead.
Where's your stuff here? I can't wait to tell
This
your
is
family,
his.
man.
That's his phone.
Thanks for how good luck you are.
Here's the camera.
My camera.
Daddy Sume says, that's a British woman who thinks Japan is superior because it's one culture and one people and has no outsider influence. Yeah, they'd probably be an ethno-nationalist then.
Please don't touch it. Can I see it? And can I make sure? Yes. Can you hit that red button?
That was pretty dumb, but it gets worse.
I will defend myself. If you need to put your hands on me and batter me, then I will need to defend myself. Please don't touch me.
I'm
If
not
you touch
touching
me,
you.
I will defend myself up to and including fatal force.
Please! I swear to God! Please! Look! I'm fucking disabled! I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting!
Let go of my radio.
Anonymous Gifter, thanks for gifting Junshe Lord a sub.
He's trying to take my camera!
Which is probably going to be useless once they get banned. Doodleberg with 100 bits says, she debated Jake a while back. Basically, she thought that you should return back to your biologically predisposed land and not impede on other lands. Like all Japanese people stay in Japan, all British people stay in Britain. She also thinks you should only date, marry, and procreate within your race to maintain that purity. Yeah. So an ethno-nationalist. And a super gross racist.
Give me your hand!
Zealous55, thanks for gifting a sub. Ooh, Hype Train.
Help! He's breaking my arm! Stop breaking my arm!
Junshe hasn't messaged in a little bit. Did they decide to run away?
Help! Help!
Did they find another chat to go...
Give me your hand! Help! Put your hand behind your back. Help! Help! Help!
To go bother?
Give me your hand! Help! Help!
Cupcake Chaos, thanks for the 100 bits.
Help! Help!
So it's finally come time for Mr. Throgmorton to go to court for his arrest. And he is supremely confident.
Holt ETR with 20 bits says, I'm Jewish, Welsh, Italian, Polish, and Mongolian. Where do I go? Right? Confusing. Querulous Artisan with 100 bits says, Hype Train, woo. Purple Nickel with 100 bits says, Choo Choo Hype Train.
You see, Chris fancies himself a genius, and he's absolutely
Vulpus
sure
Redtail,
that he is
thanks
not
for the
only going to
38
win,
bits.
but that everybody else will be the ones
Duka
that
the
go to
Duka,
jail.
thanks for 100.
I
Rain
know
Dean,
that I'm
thanks
smarter
for 100. Says, you have more patience than me, Hannah, have some bits. Bardlock Moses says, watching sovereign citizens getting owned. Nice.
Then Newbie, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones all combined.
Why am I sticky? Says, OMG, this guy sounds like my dog when I give her a bath.
So what I did was I set you guys up to pay him for manipulating confidential information with your own city code, as well as I have a pre-approved claim because I went to a public meeting and told you guys flat out what my terms were. I don't want to go to court.
Genius
If you
is
force
this
me
Wile E.
to go
Coyote's
for a
human
frivolous
Sona.
lawsuit, I'll go, but my fee's $5 million. So
Overprotected.
the city of
atheist,
LaPorte owes me
thanks for
$5
bits.
million, and I'll be to collect it. I'll send you paperwork, or you can pay me straight up. When I find a way to connect this to money, I'm going for RICO. Just so everybody's clear on where
From what I've heard, it's basically never Rico.
I'm going with it. I'm that cold that I'll be forward with you guys. I'm going for RICO. Once I can prove that there was a crime, and money involved
Suave.
going for RICO. That allows me to name everybody equally. You can all go to federal prison, but I'm not going to have my rights violated. You know who I am? My name is Chris.
RICO is what it was, a law that was made during Prohibition to basically fight organized crime. The idea being that all members of a criminal enterprise can be charged for the crimes of individuals within that criminal enterprise. It was originally made so basically if you had a mob boss or someone in organized crime who's the boss ordering you to go out and kill someone, he can be implicated and charged for that under RICO, even though he didn't directly kill that person because he's in charge of a criminal enterprise that is doing that thing. I think it stands for, like, the racketeering something, organized crime, something like that, I don't know. It's what Harvey Dent and Gordon used to put away a bunch of Falcone criminals in The Dark Knight. If you've seen that, they explain it in there. Stone Corbell with 100 bits says, love this fiction that everyone has this predestined place they should live, as if everyone doesn't have a vast array of intertwined ethnicities in their heritage. Yeah, it's very silly. Doom Smoothie with 20 bits says, I'm mostly German, but I promise I'm not a Nazi or anything. Well, I'm glad. Nick Pie 69, thanks for subscribing. Killjoy 102 with 100 bits says, is it just me or Americans saying they are X nationality or ethnicity when they have never been to these places or their parents were not from there? Kind of cringe. I'm Polish heritage, but I'm American. I don't know shit about Poland besides pierogi are delicious. A lot of it's like a family thing because America has so many people basically everyone comes from immigrants in one way or another, and it just became kind of part of your family's identity to be like, oh, we are Polish American, even though, of course, at this point, it doesn't really make sense. We're like 4th, 5th, 6th generation immigrants, but it's just an American cultural thing. Dr. Xanadu says, the government owes me $5 million for my time has got to point to a few things in the DSM-5, right? You'd think so. The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Thank you, Marcus Drake. MMO Addicted, thanks for gifting 5 subs to the community, bringing us up to 6% of the level 4 hype train. Junsei went to the surfs. I guess I wasn't enough fun to pick on. Daddy Sume says, Hannah, it is Rico.
Welcome to the Roughnecks. Rico's Roughnecks!
Jesus Christ. MMO Addicted says, fun Polish fact, our Ministry of Culture cut all funding to the state-supported comics, and so on festivals aside one, the one celebrating the life and works of John Paul II, the Polish Pope who hid pedos. Oh, God. They just got banned. I think they'll be back because I ratted them out to Lance. You're so good at all this. Do you just have, I'm curious, Sushi Mom, do you have like 6 monitors and you're just flipping back and forth between a bunch of different streams all day? New Monster says, will you name my sub baby? Yes. I'm gonna go with Rico. The sub's baby's name is Rico. Suave.
Frog Morton. I'm the worst thing that happened to anybody with a public servant job around here. What are your aspirations and goals? I like you. I've seen you in court. You could go far around here, especially once I get rid of all the corrupt ones. I'll be sending the city attorney to prison here soon. The majority of the prosecutor's office.
Has there been a sub baby named Bob? I don't think so.
I'm pretty much going to be in control of the politics around here at this point.
What the fuck?
No, I'm looking for a new city attorney once I send this one to prison. I mean, here's the thing, though.
They're getting scared and everything.
This is like some delusions of grandeur stuff.
They can be scared. They should be scared at this point. I'm trying to send people to prison.
I understand.
I'm trying to take people's homes. I'm trying to ruin people's lives at this point.
I understand that.
I'll get them out of here.
Why
We'll
is he
replace
filming
it.
her feet?
I got
You know
replacements
how-
lined up for every position.
You know how Google Street View sends people out to take pictures of feet? Or to take pictures of the street in Street View? Well, WikiFeet started doing something similar. They're just going around and cataloging everyone's feet. Expect them at your door sometime in the next 6 months. They're going to take some footage of your feet, okay? Dr. Xanadu says, I think that guy just filming her feet to jerk off to later and not some sovereign thing. Maybe. Felix Night Owl says, if we all have to go back to our origin, a 7 billion Earthlings, pack it up. We're moving to Africa. Google feet view.
Position that I'm about to have somebody removed from. I'm going to be in control at the end of this. I got
They
an end
pay?
goal, man.
No. This is an eminent... The government has authorized them to use eminent domain to steal feet pics.
I'm going to be on the Human Rights Commission. We're going to get everybody trained properly.
Yes, I know that under eminent domain they have to give you money for the thing they're taking. Marcus Drake 50 bits says, if we all have to go back to Africa, I call dibs on Botswana. Quiet 185 with 500 bits says, have to run into another virtual meeting. Catch y'all later. Thank you. 39% of the level 4 hype train with 50 seconds left.
It won't happen again. I'll be the one that makes it stop.
As you can see, Chris is super confident that he's going to go to court and he's going to crush it. So how embarrassing must it be for him when he made a feeble attempt at a defense and then simply gave up, changed his plea to guilty on all charges, and got sentenced to jail time?
And these are the cases of state versus...
MMO Addicted, thanks for gifting 5 more subs to the community. And 74 Quinn 74, thanks for the 100 bits.
Versus Christopher Throgmorton, have I pronounced that correctly, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
According to Christina Esparr, there was not a conflict. She was the DCS attorney and a...
Judge, I'm going to object at this point. It's getting way outside what the issues are and getting in
Princess Amelia, thanks for gifting a sub.
Your response?
I don't think it's hearsay at all, Your Honor. Every bit of this is proven by a positive or a docket.
Well, let's stick to the time frames. That's really the crux of your 4C motion here. So
not necessarily. I believe that my...
Well, I think...
Jeff Millart says, doesn't people going to their ancestral homeland have something to do with the Jesus myth? Is that why white supremacists are into Jesus? I don't know what you're talking about there. Are you thinking of, like, Islamic pilgrimages to Mecca, which is more or less about, like, Mecca being the epicenter of where Muhammad sort of grew? Well, okay, Muhammad started to develop, like, Islam when he was around Mecca, and then he had to go somewhere else, and then he came back and conquered Mecca. It's the whole thing. Are you thinking of that?
I think it is, so let's stick to the time frame.
Your Honor, if I may take a small pause here, I would just like to, make sure that's on the record. I'm very nervous. So I apologize if I've prepared the best that I can for this. I'm not going to lie. I understand we're here today and we're doing this, but 3 trials back to back to back. I made my best attempt.
Zealous55 says, appreciate you, Hannah, and the community you've cultivated. Thanks for being you. The winter storm really effed with my mental state and did an even bigger number on my students. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you and your students will be doing better soon. Daddy Sume says, hey, Hannah, I have a question. Can white people be on the receiving end of racism, not systematic racism, just racism? Can someone be racist against a white person, theoretically, I guess? I don't think it happens in the amount that would be, I don't think there's any sort of systematic issue with it, let me put it that way.
But this was a lot to prepare for.
Certainly.
I was exhausted before I even got here. And I don't know that there's much that I could really present to the...
This is why
people are saying prejudice, not racism. What's the differentiation between the two in this context?
Why it's a good idea to, 1, not break the law, and 2, if you do somehow run afoul of the law, get competent counsel instead of assuming that you're the greatest legal mind of all time.
Report that I have in my, my motions to dismiss these cases, one of which has never been ruled upon at all. The other 2 were dismissed by a judge who recused as a conflict of interest. So, and the state has provided no written response, really, to anything up until this most recent motion.
Jeff Millart says, no, there was a real-life census that screws up the Jesus mythology historically, so the biblical literalist loophole is to say that the census was a weird one where Joseph and Mary had to move. I may be misremembering. The idea being that they had to go back to their... Oh, yeah, some Christians will say that the reason that they had to go to Bethlehem to have Jesus unintentionally was because they were supposed to go back to their ancestral, like, family home for the census, but that's not how censuses worked back then, or now,
So, I'm a little confused myself.
Well, and if you'll recall, that's why I cautioned you about the perils of self-representation when you decided.
Racism is racial prejudice backed by power and privilege. I thought that was institutional racism. I thought the differentiation was like institutional racism is racism plus power, and just normal racism is just basically a synonym for prejudice. At least that's how I've had it explained to me.
I did dismiss your public defender and didn't want a public defender from Indianapolis to come up and, well, perhaps I can renew your.
If I feel comfortable moving forward now that we're in this, now that we're here.
Well, here we are, so we need to get him done. Why don't you be quiet for a moment? Let me hear from the state in response. Thank you. I'll include in my order a denial of your motions. You can take it up to the Court of Appeals.
For that, I would like to appeal that specifically.
When we're all through, you may have the option to appeal.
I may.
All right.
I'm not in the jail.
All right.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a note for the record. I was not prepared for 1721 first. I'm prepared for 1737 first. As the court is correct, we did agree to. And the docket will reflect that.
Since we're going to do all three in the same day, or same 2 days, hope you're prepared for all three of them.
He's wanted a trial. I've seen all his postings on the internet. We're demanding a trial, so here we are to do a trial. I'm ready to do a trial.
One at a time, gentlemen. Sir, do you have some cross-examination of this witness?
So, Mr. Otis, you mentioned that there's a history of me refusing to leave City Hall. Do you know if I have been convicted of trespassing based upon any of this history? Are these merely accusations by the city, or is there some sort of proof of me? Like, Your Honor,
this is
if
still
I may,
more
him insinuating that I
selected
refuse-
out timestamps. I think this is just a 3-hour cut of Sovereign Citizens.
This is an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle. And it's private property and it's private trust. And I forced the state of Texas to dismiss their own case.
What's a hype train? A hype train's like, if you get a certain number of donations or subs or anything like that, in a certain amount of time it'll start a hype train, and you have a certain amount of time via interactions with bits and subscriptions and gift subs to get to levels of the hype train, and people get emotes and stuff based on how high of a level we get to. What do I think powers the what the hell do you think powers the automobile? I don't understand the question. Gasoline? What do you mean?
Read that.
Unless it's an electric car, then a battery.
I do have it, though. I do have it.
I have the right to defend myself, sir. Yeah, you are. I already told you I'm in firm for my life. Call your supervisor and I'll hold.
Okay, do you have a driver's license?
Oh, he said it isn't a motor vehicle, it's an automobile.
Plead the fifth on that.
Plead the fifth.
Gotcha.
We have the right to not incriminate ourselves.
Yeah, I have the right to not incriminate myself, and I don't know why you're trying to force me to incriminate myself.
Or to generate revenue when we're just
Did you
trying to
read
get
this?
food. Yes, I do.
Let's read this right on your thing. In respect, I, Decatur Matthew the Family Thorpe, in essay and sui juris being rightfully sworn, proclaim under penalty of perjury the de facto U.S. public citizenship, being in substance privileged Roman citizenship, allows the constitutionally de jure government of the United States to be replaced with a de facto emergency war powers military government. You're trying to get me to answer to a nom de jure.
Right.
You know what that means?
We're
A name
trickery.
of war that's an occupied nation. I refuse to do anything that's going to incriminate myself unless you can prove that I have to.
Or that he committed a crime.
Can you prove that a crime has been committed? Because you can't even have those emergency lights on unless somebody's life's in jeopardy and there's a crime.
That's not true. Again, some of the origins of some of these sovereign citizen beliefs I know, some of them I don't. The idea that the police can only turn their lights on if someone is literally being attacked or murdered, I have no idea where they're getting that. That's BS.
Crime.
And you're on private property.
Murderface9797, thanks for subscribing with a 3-month streak, says, thanks for everything, Hannah. Love the content.
I just tried to give it to you and you refused to take it.
Jeff Millard with 100 bits says, last my bits, enjoy them. Num 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 num
That's wrong,
num
man.
bits.
And you're violating the Fourth Amendment.
Cam, too.
I have no driver's license.
No,
we're not answering those questions, man. Quit trying to get this guy to incriminate himself.
There you go.
So you don't have a driver's license.
I never said that.
We're not answering that question. You got to stop asking that same question because we're not trying to self-incriminate.
Driving? How many hours a week do you spend in the law library? Because I spend about 60. How many do you spend? I know you spend about 60 hours at range. Why don't you spend 60 hours at the law library? You know the legal definition of driving is conducting commerce. I'm not conducting commerce. I had a family emergency and needed food to come to fish. And you just stopped.
Yeah, you're not wearing a mask. You're not social distancing, man. You're trying to kill us. You're trying to kill us right now.
My door open when
you want us dead?
And you're going on YouTube, too. Just
yeah,
so
you're live on YouTube right now.
You're going on YouTube. Trust me when I say being on YouTube is a fate worse than death. I live it every day.
Mr. James.
Freedom from government. Look that up.
Freedom from government. Go get your supervisor.
He's got the whole.
Want this? This is your last chance.
He's got everybody on the way right now.
It's okay.
Give me that. Call Heather. Have her call the supervisor and the attorney general.
Give me your phone. I gotta get the attorney general on the phone.
Give me a second. I'm gonna call the attorney general.
It's sad that we have to call them every time you people.
Do we know what happened to Hans? Hans is okay. Hold on, I'll show you. Hans is stopped with the conspiracy theories, but is currently doing other YouTube stuff that I don't cover just because, you know, I don't really care for it, and he's just doing his own thing now. He does a Bible study channel, Bible study with Hans. His most recent upload was 2 days ago, so he's still uploading. Oh no, time is short literally. Did he do another video about this? Oh no.
Rookies like you have nothing better to do than to
Shannon, be quiet.
pull us over.
He took your idea. True, I did invent the idea of a Bible study. No one's ever done that prior to Jake and I.
3 times. We have to call the attorney general and have them educate their public servants, which are you guys. Okay. If you want this land recorder file, is your supervisor here yet? Okay, well then I'll wait. And you called the magistrate on call, because there's one on call that can diffuse this situation.
You people,
You're trespassing against the Texas
Can I see
statesman.
your other phone to call Heather?
I'm streaming.
Do I have to be in Texas to be a statesman?
Get it from Decatur. Don't answer that question.
I'm not answering any of your questions. I have a right to remain silent. I tried to give you all my paperwork to prove who I am, and you refused it.
I've been
That's
better.
your fault.
Deal, like for real? Bitch, pull it down.
See your charter.
You know about NRS 171123?
I know about NRS 1.030.
We don't follow codes, man. Those are for employees of the state.
NRS 1.030 says the common law is in effect in all times in this state. And under the common law, I have not committed a crime. I have not harmed a man, woman, or a child. I have committed no felony. You have not witnessed me commit a crime.
And you still haven't got your supervisor here.
And you still have failed to get a supervisor.
Looks like you did your hair, though.
That was a good one.
Burn?
Never heard that one.
I bet you have.
So you're not familiar with NRS 171123?
I'm familiar with OEF, OIF veteran.
It looks like you guys could be doing something a lot more heroic than
I'm
this.
familiar with. I fought for 2 wars, so you could sit here and have this rights incrimination belt around you and conspire against people's rights every day.
So you're not familiar with NRS 171123?
I'm familiar with NRS 1.030.
Right.
And you haven't answered my question.
You haven't answered any.
I'm not required to answer your
I'm
question.
not required to answer your.
He is required to answer the cops' questions if the question is, do you have a license, a registration, and insurance on your vehicle that I could see, please?
Question.
Yeah, well, we're not required to be harassed either.
And we have a time limit to get food that we just drove 4 hours
Yeah, we just drove
to
4
get.
hours from Gabs to get here to get food, so now I'm going to be injured by your actions by stopping me, and I'm going to have a suit against the county. So call the county commissioner, because I'd like to talk to him.
And you didn't call your supervisor. You called a bunch of backup to harass us.
Right. We have.
1 sec, I'll be right back. Hey Google, lights on. My body needs salt or else it's gonna die. Don't worry, I'll mute when I'm chewing this time so I don't blow your ears out with chewing ASMR.
and intimidate us. Where's the supervisor? We need the supervisor here.
It's a delayed birth registration made 11 years after I was born. I was born in an Amish colony. I don't have a social. I don't have a birth certificate. Now you understand? I'm not in your computer.
And so we're not trying to be.
We're not your
I'm
subject.
a Texas-born statesman.
Rude, but
I don't drive around and rob people. I don't have guns in my car.
No
I don't even
criminal
believe
history,
in
like-
weapons. I don't even own a gun.
I've
And
never
here you
been
are
arrested.
trying to conspire against my freedom.
Trying to
All
rob
I did
us.
is come to get food.
Are you saying we're not allowed?
Are you saying I'm not
breaking the
allowed
law?
to come here to get food?
Have we
Because I have a
broken
right
any
to drive
laws?
to a church or to travel to a church to worship.
Why did you
I have
stop
a right
us?
to go
Right.
to feed my family.
Why did you stop us?
What was I stopped for? Was I speeding?
No.
No, I was.
Crystal Cat, thank you for subscribing with a 9-month streak. We will name this baby. We'll name this baby thiamine mononitrate is the name of this baby. No, we'll go with the CEO's name instead. We'll name the baby Salvatore Cipriano. That's the name of this baby. Okay.
Everything's on our dash cam. We have proof of everything that we've been doing. So what did we do wrong?
I need a supervisor here, Mr.
Yeah,
Stone.
call your supervisor, not the bench of backup you got here. Call the boss.
Otherwise, call 911 and I need to get a state.
Somebody call 911 and tell them that Carson City is trying to extort us right now.
I need a state trooper here because he's not DOT qualified. Tell him the legal definition of driving. Conducting commerce. I'm not conducting commerce when I'm coming here to feed my family.
I need to get in here to get hold of her.
This isn't a vehicle. This is an automobile. It's private property. This isn't a private estate. No, it's private property, sir.
Transport is commercial activity, buddy.
You are making me scared for my
You got my daughter back here crying, by the way. Can you please
I
get
hate
a
when they
supervisor
involve
here?
children.
No,
Stop
You're making
doing
the
this with
scene,
children in
dude.
the car.
You're making the scene.
We've been private traveling for
You've
10
got your
years.
lights on. You got all your
For
buddies
12
here.
years across the nation.
And you guys are
You're
like,
making the scene.
And I feel like you're trying to keep me to where you can yank me out of my vehicle and feel me unsafe for my life because you won't even let me close my door.
okay.
What's going on then, buddy? What are you doing?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Good. I'm glad we're live.
The 130 people watching.
You're on YouTube.
Yes, say hi to YouTube.
Stop, Ariana.
This is my ID right here. God gave it to me. You got
Hopefully he'll choose to do the right thing where you guys are
God,
not.
this one goes on for a long time.
Hey, how do we go? Where do
He's fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
They pulled him out. I assume they arrested him.
And how phone? She's not gonna let him stay there. We'll go pick him up.
Kid's crying, so they must have arrested him. What assholes.
There's no insurance on the vehicle.
There
no
is
registration.
insurance on the
Okay,
vehicle.
Just hang on and listen to me, okay? I really don't want to have to tell you.
Just because we didn't incriminate ourselves
I
doesn't mean
didn't.
that.
Okay,
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
saying that you incriminated yourself. I'm not trying to say that. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, you cannot drive this vehicle on a roadway.
We don't drive.
Just if you cannot travel on a roadway.
You're saying I can't travel
Now,
out of here, Howard.
Can you show me where it says that in the law? Because I don't believe you. I don't believe any of your codes even apply to me because I don't work for you.
So
I'm not a citizen of
drive
your.
the vehicle and it's going to get towed. All right.
Nick says, I saw a Sovereign Sit video yesterday where a guy said he was going to call President Trump. Yeah, I've seen those.
Just giving you the facts. You can have your view.
So they're saying that.
Okay, so
we have a law to uphold in this county, and that's what we're
I'm
doing.
telling you right
It's
now,
not
I
a
didn't
debate.
want to. I did not
You
want
guys
to tow the
can
car and
debate
leave you
that
guys
with the
stranded.
judge.
You
with
took
kids.
the father, man.
Okay.
Why
he's
would
gonna
you
have
choose
bail.
to do that?
So what I'm saying is,
How?
if the
What are we
vehicle
looking at
drives
though?
again-
I mean, how long until we could get him out?
You can go get him out right now as long as you have money to bail him out.
Why did you take him then?
Because he broke the law.
You're trying to extort us.
I'm not
Anonymous
trying to
Yeah,
Gifter,
because
thanks
you
for
just
gifting
said
us
something
love
about
to
bail
Sad
and
Shine
pain.
I'm
Alien
not going
Outcast.
to debate anything with you. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now,
because
if the vehicle drives, it's going to get towed, okay?
You couldn't ever win a debate.
What
That's
I'm
why.
Absolutely, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's a battle of wits and I'm coming in armed.
Well,
I
come on, man.
understand, Okay.
Why you gotta steal their dad?
Okay, so do you want to listen to me or do you
You
just want to get your car towed?
you
Have a
want
nice
to
day.
commit a felony? What? I don't drive. What in the royal
saying
fuck?
that I can't leave the parking lot.
They're saying that you can't take the car out of the parking lot by operating it as a vehicle, which is what you are doing. You can get out of the car and you can go and get a ride somewhere or get an Uber or catch a bus if you can. You can have a friend come and give you a ride. You just can't operate that vehicle on public roadways because it isn't registered and doesn't have insurance.
In my van. No, I'm not.
Hey, how do we go? Where do we don't live here, man.
They said that I'm not allowed. They said if I pull out of here, I'm going to jail for traveling without a license, and my car will be impounded.
Hey, sorry to oppose, but I'm feeling that whole situation. They just take him to jail for no reason.
Yeah, for nothing. For
Okay,
nothing.
I have it on camera, so
I'm live right now too, so.
I'll make sure to get some on.
Right on. Yeah, I'll give you.
Like, yeah, you gotta put us.
Yeah. There we go, bail him out.
Oh, you and then
Nothing. No, when you go against coming, that means man down
himself as Samir Siraj Maro
I
Bey.
think we watched this one the other day.
It says it on the paper. On top of that, I have a paper that says I'm tax exempt. Okay. Okay.
If that's their policy, I
But that
can't
is
supersede
that
their
is
policy.
not their policy though. It's in the system. All she had to do was put the tax exemptions. She said, I can't do it because my manager said, but if an officer comes, I would be able to do it.
I understand.
So now, because you cannot enforce what I'm saying.
What I'm telling you right now is you can call corporate and
I have that number,
and you
so
can
I'm
let
gonna
it
call
know
corporate,
that
okay.
the manager did not honor that. That's your best route.
Okay,
That's
so-
what you can do. You can call corporate and let that manager did not honor your tax exempt ID. That's what you can do. But I can't force them to give you a tax exempt ID if that's their policy.
And you can't force me to pay for something that I did not
From what I
pay.
understand, the context of this video was this woman was trying to not pay sales tax or something at the convenience store, claiming that she doesn't owe sales tax because of sovereignty or something, which doesn't go well.
I can pay for the straw, but I don't want the drink. Because I'm tax exempt and I'm not gonna pay taxes. Okay, write the citation in, sir.
Okay, so you're not willing to go pay the $2 that you're willing to pay for the.
I'm not going to. I mean that won't be. You guys are not. I'm not under your jurisdiction. You are a policy enforcer. Exactly. It's okay that you don't know. And ignorance is no. Ignorance is no. I'm saying ignorance is no excuse of the law. So because you don't know, that's fine.
Ignorance is no excuse of the law.
I'm exempt from taxes.
Irony.
Because I am tax exempt.
I think she gets tackled.
Can you please do something? Because I don't.
Can you show them your nationality card?
Okay, can you
Please.
show you my nationality card? Please?
Show your nationality
No, sir,
card.
It's not too late. I need to show you my nationality card.
I'm assuming it's one of these things. Moorish citizens, which is sort of an offshoot of sovereign citizens. That involves sort of an ethno-nationalist slant. We'll have like racial identity cards like this, or ethnic identity cards, or whatever they call them.
Sir.
Hey.
Excuse me, sir. I'm an American.
Hey, stop, please. Hey, relax. Rachel,
Sir, stop. I'm an American.
Stop.
National, sir. Whoa, hey. You cannot handle me like this, sir.
Yo.
Sir, you cannot handle me like this, sir.
Can I just pay?
No, it's beyond that.
Can I pay for it?
It's beyond that now. Give us your hands.
Sir, can I show you
Give
my
us your
nationality card?
Give us your hands.
Thrashmio says, after learning about mens rea, ignorance can be an excuse of the law. I'm not very familiar.
I need to show you my national.
Is that, I assume, sort of like your state of mind when committing an action plays into certain elements of certain crimes?
Nationality card. You asked for identification.
Yeah,
Sir,
they're too rough.
Give us your hands.
you asked for identification.
Super unnecessary for what's going on. Mens rea
I
equals
need to
guilty
provide
mind.
you with my nationality card. I do not consent to this. I am an American national, sir.
Give us your hands.
I cannot do that until you provide me with your information. I need to provide you with my nationality card, sir.
Ma'am, give us your hands.
Okay.
A simple little disturbance, and we're gonna make it go this way.
No, sir, I do
Give
not
us your
want it
other
to
hand.
go this way. Can you please just listen to
Give
me?
us your hands. Where's your card?
I have it in my purse.
Where's your purse?
Can you give it to me on card? Can't really get it, sir.
How's it going?
You said your name is Sergeant Reynolds, right?
Yes, sir. How
So-
can I help you, Mr. Williams?
Sergeant Reynolds. So it is currently 12 noon, Alaska Christian time. We've been here since 11:23 Alaska Christian time, so for a total of 37 minutes. I was given an order by Officer Perry.
Yeah,
Hold on. I was given an order by Officer Perry that I had to stay put, and he said that under threat that if I left the premises, that he would then perform a traffic stop and arrest me. However, I've been issued no warrant under signed oath by judge that I have to stay put.
We're waiting for that.
I understand, but there's been no warrant issued for my arrest unto me, but I'm being told that I have to stay here.
And I'm letting you know that
You can be detained for traffic stops. That's fine. Technically, the law, I think, is that they can hold you for, I don't remember if it's 24 or 48 hours without any sort of charges or anything like that. I forget which one it is.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
There's been no warrant issued, though.
I can serve it on you right now. I can put you in handcuffs. I can put you in the back of the car.
I'm
If you wanted
stating
to go
for
that
the
route-
fact of record
If you
that.
wanted to go that route, Mr. Williams, we can do that. Okay.
Okay, so now you're saying that you will arrest me for talking to you about the warrant and what stage it's at.
No. You're totally misunderstanding. Okay.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways you can do things. Okay.
Yep.
There's a really good way you can do things, and there's probably a way that not so good way to do things, right?
Mhm.
So I just got done talking to Darden. I had a great conversation with Darden. Okay.
Yes.
I would hope that you and I could have that same type of conversation. Okay.
Mhm.
It's really simple. Your warrant paperwork is en route here. Okay. The officer who has it had to stop on another 911 call.
I understand,
That's
but
what the delay is.
But if you're going to remove someone's freedom of liberty of movement, then without
Freedom of liberty of movement. Comes out of Black's redundant law dictionary.
the warrant actually being in your hand,
No,
then
I
you're
don't-
then you're actually then you're
I
then
don't
you're
need
not
the warrant in my hand.
then you're not doing the
go that
process
route-
correctly.
If you want to go that route, I can just have you turn around. I can put you in handcuffs. I can put you in the car, and I'll wait for the paperwork to get
Okay,
here.
I just wanted to get that on the record.
So your choice. Okay.
All right.
However you want to do it, I give that to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. If you want to wait in your car, you can do that. If you want to wait in my car, you can do that. But in
Okay.
my car, it's going to be in handcuffs.
But I cannot leave the premises.
You cannot leave. I'm telling you, you cannot leave until I serve you that warrant.
Understood.
Okay?
All right.
The other way to handle this is I can take you down to the jail, book you into Anchorage jail, and they can issue the paperwork there. That would be your other alternative.
I understand all parameters.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Any other questions?
I will remain on premise.
What's your badge number? What department are you out of? And who's your supervisor?
My name is Officer Vargas with the Austin Police Department, badge number 8968, and my supervisor is Sergeant Berwick, and they are on their way, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime. Is there a reason why you don't want to cooperate?
It's not that I don't want to cooperate. I'd love to cooperate with you if you were allowing me my constitutional rights, which you're not. You're illegally detaining me for a violation that does not apply constitutionally to my right to travel.
Go ahead.
There is no constitutional right to travel. That's not how this works.
Do you have insurance for a vehicle, sir?
Again, my constitutional right to travel and my personal property means that you do not have the right to ask me any of these questions. You're detaining me illegally, against my will. The only reason that I'm here is because of the threat of force on your hip. Otherwise, I would just travel away.
Bigger public. So can you run that name through involvement, please? So you're telling me if I didn't have a gun, you'd just take off?
Yeah, you have no authority to stop
says
me.
I cast expeditious
It's
retreat.
not a felony because I'm not evading anything. What I'm doing is traveling with my constitutional right to travel, which you are now violating, and you are in a place of illegality. You're a public servant, are you not?
I'm a peace
You took an
officer,
oath to a constitution, right? What does the Constitution
Sir, let me
say?
explain to you one more time.
Okay.
I don't think you understand. You're driving a vehicle with no rear license plate.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm traveling in private
Can you
property.
Can you show me that there's no rear license plate in the back of the vehicle? There's not one. You can't drive.
I'm not
State
driving
Texas. You are
commercially
driving, sir.
at all.
You are
I'm
driving a
traveling
motor
in
vehicle.
private property.
This
Private
is not
property.
private property. This is the public roadway. If you were in
The
private-
public roadway.
If you were in private, if you were in a parking lot or anywhere else that is private, sir, this would never happen. But you are
No,
in
no,
a
no.
public
You're
roadway,
misunderstanding.
And you are violating the law.
No, you're not. You're not actually accurate on that. The public
Okay, sir.
roadway is the commons, and it's owned by all of us. And you do not have
No, it's not.
the authority or
It's owned by the government.
the right to violate my constitutional right to travel in private property on the public roadway.
Okay, sir. I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
Okay, that's
I'm going
fine.
to wait for my supervisor to come back, and he could. You can talk to him. You can explain everything, sir.
Thank you.
And whatnot. Okay.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Did I see what Oreo posted on Twitter today? Didn't they post, like, literally just, like, trans people exist? And it's like, yeah, I know I do.
I do respect what you do,
I
just
appreciate
not
it.
in this case.
I just wish you would cooperate. That's all.
I'm cooperating to the extent that my rights allow me to.
Why are cops nice to these morons? I don't think they are most of the time.
So this is out of Colorado. Are you from Colorado?
I don't have to answer that question.
Okay.
Do you know the constitutional rights that everybody's awarded? Just by existing in this land, do you know our constitutional rights? Are you aware of them? Do you know them?
Hello, sir.
Hey, what's your badge number? What's your name? Who's your supervisor? And what department do you out of?
I am Austin Police Officer Carter Rooney, badge number 8432. My supervisor is Sergeant De La Fuente.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
No problem at all.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm just going to assume that you're not going to answer any questions. So
That's
we're
not
just gonna
true.
wait for our
Don't
supervisor
assume. I will answer questions that are appropriate to what the Constitution has awarded me.
to- Okay, fair enough. I will then assume that you will not answer the questions that I would like for you to answer, which you're free to not do at this point.
Appreciate you.
Indeed.
Thrash Mio says, I honestly can't be the only person who thinks this sovereign
As
citizen
this gentleman has
sounds like
not
Harry
taken it
John
upon himself
Benjamin.
to accept this evidence that I have the constitutional right to travel, 160 pages of legal precedents set throughout over 2 centuries of this nation's legal history. It's right here. And I am offering this to you, your sergeant.
I don't think you're going to find a ton of car-related law from 200 years ago, but okay.
Sergeant, this gentleman, anybody that wants to take it as proof that I have, in all right, traveled in my personal property on the public roadway.
Fair enough.
Are you going to accept this evidence?
I will take a gander at it, yes, sir. I will tell you that in my short experience as a law enforcement officer, the precedents that typically sovereign citizens use in court are not held up in our court of Travis County.
Is that because it's a maritime court or something like that? Or?
No, sir.
Maritime court!
I assume, being that you carry this around, I assume that you've gone through this before with law enforcement.
So, time and time again, it is proven that we have the right to travel. It is not even a contested thing anymore. We have the right
It definitely is. You're wrong.
to travel on our personal property. If we're not...
You have a right to travel in the sense that you can walk down the street unimpeded. I would agree. But if you want to operate a motor vehicle, and your car is a motor vehicle, no matter how you choose to word game your way around it, your car is a car. Your personal property on four wheels with a motor is a car. Then you need to have licensing and all the stuff required by your state to travel on public roads in that vehicle. Nick says, "You're a crook, Captain Hook." And Color by Emmy says, sir, I'm actually a fetus and this vehicle is my mother vessel.
Not driving commercially, which I am not. I'm driving for my personal enjoyment on the public roadway, which I have the right to do. And anyone who detains me, as such as happened right here, without any cause, any illegality, they are actually in a place of illegality as a public servant who has violated the rights of a person in this land. My rights have been violated.
No,
I'm being detained illegally. And at this point, if I had the will or interest to do so, I could sue this individual. And if you were cooperating in this, I could sue you as well and your departments. At this point, I have no interest in suing anybody or doing any sort of action. I just want to be left alone, left to my own devices, left to my legal travel that I have partaken in, and which you are still detaining me.
Yes, sir. So at this point, you are still detained. And I appreciate your cooperation, I do. As I'm sure this officer let you know, like, we're not going to argue with you on these points of contention. Our supervisor's on the way, and if you'd like to speak to, his supervisor's on the way, as he made the stop.
Okay.
Once they get there, you can explain your reasoning to him, and then we'll move forward from there.
MMO Addicted says, that would actually work in Poland. Speaking of, a 16-year-old is being threatened with jail time for organizing a tiny 6-ish person protest in a small town, wearing masks and socially distancing. They are protesting against a total abortion ban. Yikes.
Sound good? Well, I can understand why it wouldn't sound good to you.
It sounds fine to me. If somebody were to give you a direct command, say a supervisor, that you had to violate my rights, would you do so?
Sir, I'm not going to get into this with you.
Okay, no problem.
I've been in this situation before.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk myself into a hole there.
It's okay. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I really do, and I don't have any problem with you guys at all.
Yeah.
Again, I just want to be left to my own devices.
Yeah, it's nothing personal for us either.
Okay.
That's not how we do things.
Paying you right now, she's paying you, along with everybody that's around us is paying you right now to do this job.
That's how jobs work.
Do you understand that? Because you took an oath you swore by the Constitution. And the Constitution is the highest law of this land. Which means that right now you're violating the highest law of this land. And
No, they're not. Your interpretation of the Constitution is wrong.
the Constitution that you swore by. All because of what?
Just go down in D.C. with the people that stormed the Capitol.
I don't really pay attention to the news so much.
Fair enough.
All I heard was other people talking about it, so if other people are saying something, all I can know is what they're saying, you know?
Gotcha.
And besides that, it goes the same for the news, in my opinion. Most of the stuff that's on there, they put it on there, and then they hold your attention to it because that's where they want your attention. If all the news stations are aiming your attention there, there's surely more important things going on somewhere else.
Fair enough.
I also think that anybody who's able to storm into, they stormed into all like the office buildings, the highest Congress people, right? That's really not possible. I've been to DC, and you take 1 foot off of the sidewalk, you're surrounded by bike cops. You're surrounded. Like, no, you don't get, there's cameras on every single door. There's no way anything like that could happen. That's my opinion on that.
MMO Addicted says, but positive news, my Warhammer session with Freaking Out 99 last night went amazing. I Need a Hero is an amazing combat song I, as GM, have found. Sure. Nick says, LOL, of course it's possible when half the cops sympathize with insurrectionists.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, and
Twitter is instituting a safe mode? What does that mean? Dr. Xanadu says, the January 6th insurrection didn't happen because I say it couldn't have.
At all kosher. Yeah,
Get to when the
I left my
boss
car.
gets here.
Yes, sir. Fourth Amendment.
Law that violates that Constitution.
Vehicle has been registered out of Colorado, so would it be safe to assume that...
Standing here next to me, and you have people who are... He brought me this citation. I have not signed it. I have not really seen anything on it. But, yeah, this is fun. Okay, so...
PC Cummins, so based on Highland Police Station.
Yeah.
He didn't even get arrested. What a bummer.
2353, okay?
Yeah.
Under section 162 of the Road Traffic Act 1988,
Yeah.
I require you to show me a driver's license, certificate of insurance, please.
No, you don't need to say that.
Impartial.
But I can clarify the thing.
Listen, I just...
Look, let him finish talking. Let him finish talking.
Everyone has an opinion. Everybody has something.
Did I see Marjorie Taylor Greene hang the sign outside of Representative Newman's office in Congress? I did.
How old are you?
I was just talking to this guy right here.
And you don't have a seatbelt on?
I was just talking to this guy right here, boss. So,
I'm just talking to
we ain't have... What was the problem?
I explained to you why we stopped you.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. What's all of the extra stuff that's going on right now? Because this is being escalated for no reason. You feel me? So, Ma, what's...
All I've asked for so far is license registration. There's nothing extra. We haven't even gotten past license and registration. Oh my God. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to find out the whole time. I didn't even know what was going on. Yes, the insurance, we have it also, boss.
Okay, so hold on. You got it's all on camera, right? We have a 9-year-old without a seatbelt. Your car is unregistered. You have an obstructive view. You failed to signal.
Is that the one?
All right.
Just so I want you to get it all on camera. So if you have
Matter
any
of fact, wait.
questions,
I think it's on my phone better.
Okay.
All right. So like I was saying,
seems to think that
I'm the driver.
So basically, like I said,
I'm talking to you.
Look,
That's what I was.
Look. Like I said,
You're not the driver, also, sir. So
you're really trying to say I'm doing something I'm not.
Recording too, so
good.
Great.
We saw this one.
Leave me alone.
Now, under the delegation of legislature,
I know my right.
Pick a judge, pick a state attorney, pick a
Your rights under Title 18 U.S.C.
Four guns. No, sir. I have not committed crime.
Mitchell Drummer with 145-bit says brony time.
I'm traveling in non-commerce. I have not done anything wrong. He is saying I committed a crime that is not true, and it's not a crime. It's an infraction. So you guys do not need my ID by law. By law. By law. By law. Call Captain Sleva.
Why am I being arrested? You being arrested? What? I'm sorry. Why are you detaining me? Why are you detaining me, sir?
Felix Night Owl says Hannah and baking lemon bars want some. I'm not the biggest fan of lemon-based desserts.
Out in the wood pretending to be lawyers. I'm not pretending to be a lawyer. Okay, they tell me that I'm sworn as a Superior Court judge. I do not tell anybody that. I let them guess for themselves. I just want you to know that I have Judge Bruce Doucette, Roger Dowdell, Bill Lovett, myself, Judge
I agree.
Johnson,
Banana bread is the bomb.
and a bunch of other individuals, including all these marshals.
driver's license and proof of insurance, please.
Okay. Do you have a warrant for my arrest?
Sir, I'm asking for your driver's
Do
license.
you
and
have
proof
a
of insurance.
warrant
You can
for my
provide that to me?
arrest? If you do not have a
Sir, are
warrant
you
for
going to
my
provide that to me?
arrest, then this is a custodial stop. Am I
You're
free to
detained.
go?
This is not custodial. You're detained.
I'm being detained, right?
Yes.
Am I under arrest?
You are not at this moment. I see
Okay.
your driver's license and proof of
Now
insurance.
you're saying that I am being detained.
You are being detained.
For what reason?
Because you were violating the speed limit.
Speed limit is not a crime in the state
It
of
is.
Texas. No, it's not.
Tar Conjo,
No, it-
thanks for following.
According to the traffic
Doomsmoody with 20
code,
bits says, I
okay,
have an
let's
interview
look at
tomorrow,
the
so
traffic
wish me
code.
luck.
I
I
have
hope-
read the
I get it
traffic
because right now I
code.
have no health
The
insurance.
traffic
Thanks,
code
privatized
states
medication.
that all
I
traffic
wish you
laws
the most
are
luck.
for people operating a commercial vehicle.
You'll get it.
I am not operating a commercial
Field Waddell
vehicle.
says edibles
This
kicking
is
in.
not a commercial vehicle. I am not operating
I
a
wish you
commercial
luck.
vehicle at all.
Sir,
I do not have to have a commercial
Hannah
vehicle.
owes
I do
support
not
for
have
our
to
unnamed stream baby. Okay, this stream baby's name will be... Yeah, sure. We'll name the baby Bob. Jesus.
Operated it with a license with a commercial vehicle or anything like that
Sir,
that's fine.
what
Y'all
is
are
your
going
driver's- I need to see your driver's license. please.
then we have another cop pulling up and I'm
Sir!
sitting here asking
Sir!
them the same.
Felix Night Owl said, I called into the Sam Cedar show today. It was the first time my voice was broadcast across YouTube. I was so nervous. What was your first YouTube video like? Were you nervous? I can show you. It was terrible. Color by Emmy says, my dog really has to pee, so I might miss the end. Have a great night, Hannah. Thank you. Ugh. This was the first, this was the promo for the Bible Reloaded, which was uploaded July 8th, 2012. Ignore, dead name stuff, please. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. I don't remember if I said a name in this. Oh, we were so cringe. We were so fucking cringe.
According to creationists, 6,000 years ago, the entire universe was created by a loving, benevolent God. Anthropology tells us that 30,000 years ago, the first dildo was invented by man. So what you're telling me?
Nope, I can't do more. I can't do more of that shit. I hate everything about everything I've ever done in my life.
Same thing. I need you to stand down and get your...
Open your window now, or I'm gonna bust it out.
Now you're going... Okay, I need you to call and I need you to get your supervisor out here. I need your supervisor out here. I need your supervisor. I am asking for... I am asking him for his supervisor. I am asking you for your supervisor. Okay, officer, I am asking you for your supervisor.
Quinn 74 says, I love you both. Thank you.
Supervisor to come out here. Now you have busted my vehicle up, and now you are going to detain me. You are illegally getting into my vehicle, and now you have taken my phone.
On the ground. On the ground. Hey, let's go.
In the Wendy's lot.
Do you suspect me of a crime?
You have no license plate.
Do you suspect me of a crime where my baby?
You have to identify yourself under the Highway Traffic Act.
No, I do not. I just proved in court I do not have to identify myself to a police officer.
Why not?
Because because I'm a freeman on the land, number one, and number two, you guys suspect me of criminal activity to detain me. So yes, you do. I don't care what your Highway Traffic Act says. That's the law.
You have to identify yourself under the Highway Traffic Act.
Do you suspect me of a crime, sir?
No.
Am I free to go?
Official offense. No, you're not.
So you're going to detain me.
If you don't identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you.
For what? I've done anything criminally wrong. But that's not a criminal act. You only have authorization to detain somebody if they've done something criminally wrong. I don't care what your Highway Traffic Act says. I have no contracts under the act. I've canceled them all, so you can't enforce it on me.
Okay, are you going to tell me your name?
No, I'm not. I don't have to. That's my right.
Okay, I'm just waiting for another unit to get
That's
here.
fine. Bring your chief too, because he knows who I am.
Okay, I will.
I know my rights. I'm operating under the Republic of Canada. That's a legal jurisdiction here in Canada. Because Canada's dissolved. Canada's dissolved. I'm also going to hand you this paperwork.
Sure.
Yep. So this officer is accepting the paperwork that we are a criminal organization. So that's on camera. And also, you guys have been involved in kidnapping our child with Children's Aid Society. So here's another legal document because you're involved in kidnapping our child, which is also why we don't comply with your laws, because you guys are thieves to us. You've thieved our child from us. So we will not comply or acknowledge you.
Your name's not on here either.
No, it's not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be. These are things I'm issuing to you because... No, you do not. I just proved that in criminal court, bud. The judge bowed down to me. It took 2 minutes
Von
because you're
Tuck
using
says
trust
with
law
how
in the court,
brutal our
and I know
cops
it.
are, how our sovereign
So
citizens
because of that,
are
I
a
know
thing
I
in
don't
the
have to
U.S.
identify myself to a cop.
Stupidity is resilient.
I know my rights, man. Sorry. I'll stand on them.
I don't think you do.
I do. I've been arrested twice and never been charged. You guys are... I consider you guys a threat to me because you've detained me twice. I have not been convicted in court.
An opportunity to read the Highway Traffic Act?
I don't need to. I canceled my contracts under the Highway Traffic Act. You can't enforce that act on me.
Okay.
I operate under common law jurisdiction of the Republic of Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
Well, you did today, and you should learn that your oath to the Queen's nullified and abolished, and you guys don't have authority.
Look, now there's 2 other cruisers here.
I don't care. I'm standing for my rights, man. Plain and simple. Bring them all. Bring your whole force. I am not intimidated at all, man.
Okay.
I know my rights. Don't open my door.
I need you to identify yourself.
No, you don't. You have no right to open my door.
He's a sovereign citizen. He won't identify himself. So, are you going to identify yourself?
I do not have to, Your Honor. Open my door. You have no right to fucking touch me. You guys have kidnapped
What's my favorite Fallout game? New Vegas? I haven't played 1 or 2, though.
our child. Nope, I'm leaving. Don't get in front of me.
Don't do this! Don't do this!
You're pulling your gun on me? Okay, he's pulling his gun on me. Everybody, I have not done anything criminally wrong. He's pulling his gun on me. No. No. It's off. Parking brakes on. I'm no threat. I'm no threat. They're pointing their guns at me just because I don't have the right plates on my car. That's why.
Ready to grab it.
You guys don't have this authority. You're gonna break my window. Don't. I'll open my door. Don't. Ow! Asshole! What the hell?
Get out of the car now!
Okay, they just broke my glass. See that? Beautiful. Good job.
Get out of the
I'm
fucking
getting
car
out.
now!
I have nothing on me. Oh, you're gonna cut me. Don't. Oh, open the door. You're gonna cut me. You're going to cut me.
I've seen this guy before.
Back, it's covering the license plate so it can't be read. Your center brake lights out.
Oh, here's the guy that prays to Trump. Always a classic. Felix Night Owl says, in 2012 you went on YouTube. I went to the Marine Corps boot camp. I wish I followed down your path, Anna. Oh. At least you'll probably have like a pension and a guaranteed retirement. I just have to do this until I die. Dr. Xanadu says he's calling them the a-hole. Sovereign citizens really have no self-awareness. No, if they had self-awareness, they wouldn't be sovereign citizens.
Yes, sir. Okay. Can I ask what for? Say again? Can I ask what for? Because they're dark. I can't see anything. Well, if you got a tester, we can test them. Well, it's not illegal to have limos down on your back windows. Okay. The reason for the stop is your kayak or whatever it is sticking out of the back. Oh, shit. What's wrong with it? More than 3 feet protruding from the vehicle, you got to have a flag on. Okay. I didn't know that.
What's a sovereign citizen? A sovereign citizen is a person who believes that they have divorced themselves from the authority of the state. So they basically think if they're American, United States and state law does not apply to me because I am sovereign from it. So they'll like drive without licenses and insurance, and they'll like evade taxes and all sorts of illegal stuff, and it goes badly for them most of the time, as you might imagine. MMO Addicted says, nah, after one of you dies, the other will puppeteer the skeleton. The show must go on. Amusement for the ad gods, money for capitalism.
I'm getting kind of between addresses, to be honest with you, and I don't have the mail for where I get the registration from. So. But I did notice that.
Can you step out for me?
No, sir.
Say again?
No, sir.
Querulous Artisan with 100 bits says, I remember watching you and Jake back in 2017, and you both have grown a lot in the past few years. Also, I'm so glad you're getting the chance to be who you really are. Thank you. Me too.
Please just pray for me. Please, just pray for me. Sir, you're gonna have to get a warrant. I know my laws. You're gonna have to get a warrant, sir. This is for all of y'all. They can't tell me to get out of my vehicle. It's not considered
Felix
my
Night Owl says, can I apply to your apprenticeship program and become an awesomely entertaining streamer like you, Hannah? Like a Padawan type of deal. Sure, but you have to pay me $150 a month, and then under you need to recruit 5 other people to pay you $150 a month, and I get $20 from each one of them, and then they each need to get 5, and it'll kind of work up the chain like that. Okay. This is a solid business plan, okay? No one can tell me otherwise.
It's considered something different, but this is why I need protection right here. I'm doing nothing wrong.
Doodleburb says, sounds good, I'm in. And then your contracts say you all have to raid me at the end of every stream you do. MMO Addicted says, I'll pay you an exposure and a cute catgirl VTuber avatar. How about that? I should have been a VTuber. I think I'd be better at it. I think people would like my content more if they just saw big ol' anime titties every time I started the stream.
I've done nothing. I love y'all. Just pray for me. Just pray for me.
Felix Night Owl says, this is sounding like some kind of scheme in the shape of a triangle. Seems like I've been warned about something like this. It's a reverse funnel! The Narrator 9000 says, the U.S. House just passed the Equality Act. And Daddy Sume says, Butternips 2.0 when? When I start an OnlyFans, so probably never. Will we get anime catgirl titties with the new D&D game? My character is a cat person, so maybe. Did you see Illuminati did a video on Prager Uwu? No, I didn't see that. The House passed a bill on Thursday known as the Equality Act, which would enshrine legal protections for the LGBTQ Americans by amending existing civil rights laws to prevent businesses and institutions from discriminating against people based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The bill passed by a vote of 224 to 206, with 3 Republicans joining Democrats and voting yes. Every American deserves to be treated with respect and dignity. With today's vote, the House has again affirmed that LGBTQ people should enjoy the same rights and responsibilities as all other Americans, said Democratic Representative David Cicilline of Rhode Island, who led the push for the bill. That's good. Hopefully that'll get over to the Senate and pass. They need to eliminate the fucking filibuster. I hate that shit.
Please, just pray for me. My hands are up.
My hands are up in the air. I'm not doing anything. Please just pray for me. Please, somebody tag in Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me. In dear God's name, please stop these people. Go break. Yes, sir.
That is on the vehicle, not on my person and not on me.
Are you a
And I'm
bounty
recording
hunter or are
it.
you a sovereign? Let's just get it straight.
On both.
I figured.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
Man, hey, we
100%.
work for the elected official, right?
Yes, we do.
I've dealt with a lot of sovereign citizens. We ain't here to mess with you.
Okay.
We just need to know who you are.
Freaking Out 99 says, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and Trump. Amen.
The ticket.
I'll
Well,
tell you.
I got California plates. What do you think?
Well,
What makes
you're
you
in the
think I
state
did
of
it?
Arkansas, sir.
That's
And
fine.
By law, you've been stopped
That's fine.
for a headlight being out.
Okay.
So
So
you have to show us
all
your
the information.
identification.
All the information you need. There's a license plate right there in the back. All the information you need is right
Okay,
there
I'm
in the
not
license
going to
plate.
argue with you.
I'm not
I'm
going to
gonna
argue with you.
chance to tell me who you are.
I just told you who I am.
No, you didn't. You tell me your name, date of birth, nothing. You have no identification. And to drive a motor vehicle on any state, county, or city road in the state of Arkansas, you have to have a driver's license. And
Joseph,
you must provide it to a law enforcement officer when you've been stopped and he's asked you
Okay.
for your ID.
Actually, no, you don't.
Sovereign citizen.
Actually, you don't.
I figured. All right, sit
Good.
tight, man.
Yeah, thank you. Sovereign citizen. He's not gonna break my window. This is my property. Not giving me a direct order. You don't owe me. Come over here. If you want to talk to me, you can come talk to me at my window. I'm not getting out of the car.
Get out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the car, guy.
You're not gonna get out of the car.
You're violating my rights right now. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you motherfucking kidding me? What the fuck is wrong with you? Man, I'm gonna have your fucking badge for this, bro. I'm having your badge for this shit. Absolutely. Open the door, man. Absolutely.
Is there a reason I need to step out the
I'm giving you a
vehicle?
lawful order now to step out the vehicle, okay? If you fail to comply, you will be arrested. Step out of the vehicle so I can talk to you.
Have I? Why am I going to be arrested?
Daddy Sume says, Schadenfreude.
Okay, fine. You don't want to step out?
It's not that I don't want to step out. It's that I don't have to step out.
Starting in my way, northbound 4, south of MF Bone. My correction. Mount Harmony.
Can I get your name, sir?
What was that?
Can I get your name, sir?
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Because you don't want to comply to my orders.
But don't you have to tell me your name?
Okay, look, I'm giving you a lawful order to step out of the vehicle, okay? That is your last time.
Can you get a supervisor up here, sir?
For failure to comply with a lawful order.
Can you get somebody up here that's higher than you, sir? Please.
5 Hotel 1747 on a red Honda. Sir, step out the vehicle.
Can I get your name and
Sir, when you're on my way, drivers being non-compliant, not listening to lawful order. Step out of the vehicle now.
Is there a reason I have to step out of the vehicle,
Because I'm
sir?
giving you a lawful order, okay, sir?
Why did you pull
I'm
me
telling
over,
you.
sir?
Step out of the
You
vehicle.
never told me. Why did you pull me over, sir?
Well, you won't allow me to talk to you, okay?
I asked you.
Sir, I'm telling you, step out.
Why did you pull me over, sir?
Hold on.
Don't worry about it.
Just stay right there, okay?
I'm going to stay right here, sir.
Thanks for the bits.
Are you going to step out of the vehicle, yes or no?
No, sir.
No?
Can I get your name, sir?
Citizen, now, I'm telling you lawfully to step out the vehicle.
You have not given me your name. You have not told me why you pulled me over. You have not given me a reason to step out this vehicle.
Okay, now I'm telling you to step out the vehicle lawfully.
Lawfully.
Are you going to step out?
No, sir. Can you get somebody up here higher than you?
Turn your engine off.
I'm gonna skip
I will
to the
turn my
window
engine off.
smash.
Can you get up, sir? Somebody else is pulling up, sir. We're going to see what he has to say.
Sir, step out of the car.
Sir, there's a cop right
Step out
here.
of the car.
Sir, there's another cop pulling up. Can we
Sir,
wait?
step out of the car, okay?
Sir,
I'm legally telling you to step out of the car.
both of my hands are right here.
Look at this, guys.
Get out of the vehicle.
I didn't do nothing.
Get out of the vehicle.
Nothing.
Now.
Look at this.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Look
Get
at this.
out of the vehicle.
I didn't do shit.
Do it now.
Guys, look at this, guys. Everybody, look at this.
You are under arrest. Get out of the vehicle.
MMO Addicted with 20 bits says, Polish public news program that aired, I think, near Christmas, actual quote translated by me, quote, if a woman was disobedient in past times, she would have been punished with stones hung around her neck and told to walk around the market. Perhaps it is worth to consider reintroducing such punishments. Jesus Christ.
I didn't do shit.
You are under arrest.
What
Get
did
out
I
of the
do?
vehicle.
I didn't do nothing.
Do it now.
I didn't do nothing.
Open the door and get out of the vehicle.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Everybody, look at this.
Go ahead.
She did a bad job of smashing that window.
2 female cops harassing me. Look at this. Harassing me, bro. Niggas breaking my car windows, bro. Look at this shit.
You need to get out of the vehicle.
I didn't do nothing, bro. What did I do to you guys? Y'all just was going the other way. I came to pull up to this shit to check something. For what?
I told you a million times. Get out of the vehicle.
Don't touch me, bro.
I am going to touch you because you're under arrest.
Yo, can y'all share this, guys?
Unlock the car.
Share this.
Unlock the car.
Look at this. Share this.
Go
I didn't.
ahead.
Yo, don't touch me. I don't know where your hand been. Don't touch me, bro. You put your hands in my mouth just now. Yo, can y'all share this? Share this. Share this.
Go ahead.
I didn't do nothing. I was driving minding my business. Driving minding my business. They turn around. Yo, bro, I didn't do shit. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Out of the car.
Look at this.
Out of the car now.
Yo, share this,
Get
y'all.
out of the car. You're under arrest.
Share
You're
this.
state police.
Share this. Stop touching me.
Get out of the car.
I didn't do shit. Don't touch me.
Get out of the car. You are under arrest.
I want you to call your sergeant.
You can after you.
No, y'all don't touch me. Call your sergeant. Don't
Get
touch
out of the
me.
car. You're
Don't
under
touch me.
arrest.
Yo, share this. Share this, everybody.
Get out of the car. You are under
Share this.
arrest.
I'm gonna sue the shit out y'all because I didn't do
Get out
shit.
of the car. Keep your hand up.
I just went through that with y'all
Keep
about
your
my
hand
car.
up. Get out of the
And
car.
they just released me. So I don't know what y'all going through.
Go ahead.
Trust. Don't tase me. I got heart problems, so tase me so it's like.
Out of the car.
Yo. I'm coming out the car.
Get out of the car.
Let me come out the car.
Get
Don't
out of
touch
the car
me.
now.
Let me come out the
Get out of the
fucking
car.
car.
You're resisting. Stop.
Y'all serious? Y'all serious? What the fuck did I do, though? Stop trying to push me. I'm not trying to resist. Chill. I'm talking to y'all.
On your knees.
I'm talking.
On your knees.
I'm talking.
On your knees.
I'm
Get
talking.
down.
Let my girl get here. Let my girl get here, bro.
Stop this round.
Let my girl get here. That's it. That's all I ask you. Let my girl get here.
Hey everybody, I wanted to
Oh boy. Okay. Let's call it an evening and raid someone. What's Lance doing?
GED.
Decision
I think,
time.
I think that one. I think that one is true. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I've switched. I agree with you. I think that he's telling the truth about high school.
Yeah, we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote that the high school is real. It's not the lie.
Nick said there's an
there's
awful lot
probably
of
like
cops
the other one's
who
probably
aren't
like a
saying
half
why
truth
they're
or
arresting
something, but
subjects,
the high
but you
school
fight
one is
that
the
shit
one
in
that's
court.
real.
Now it's a cop who has a gun.
All right, that's our final answer.
Well,
I actually did graduate high school. No, I'm just kidding. No, you guys got it. You got it.
Had me for a second. Okay.
No, you got it.
awesome. Well, that means the scores are tied. Sorry, keep going.
I realized that I kind of messed up because before I've tweeted that I'm like a 6 on the Kinsey
Doodle Burp
scale.
says, "Have a good
so
night,
there's
Hannah.
no way
Please
that,
give
like,
scritches to
if
Lupine."
any of you saw
I
that,
will.
you'd know that it was bullshit.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it.
first
So far, every single
All
thing
right,
that
have a
everyone has
wonderful
said,
evening, everyone.
I didn't have
I'll
prior
see you
knowledge
guys
about.
Saturday for Chud Watch. Later.
Wild. All right, everybody. With that, we've completed the first round. Some have survived, some have perished. Well, actually, everyone survived. So we're going to move right on to round number 2. This one's called